I'm Blessing Frazier reporting for Varsity Sports, a Cronkite student at Arizona State University. I'm here with Larry Kane, head coach of the Gila River Hawks. Now, you guys had a tough loss last week. What did you prepare your team, and how did you prepare your team for this game?
Yes, last week was tough. It just came down to a lack of execution. You know, we were inside the red zone 3 times, inside our 2-yard line 3 times, came out with 0 points. So this week we really focused on our goal line sets. You know, if we get inside the 5, we got to score.
And you have a lot of first-year players on your roster. How do you think that this fresh newness and this youthness is going to play as an advantage for you guys?
Well, you know, this year I was really excited because I think out of our 40 players, I think we have 35 that are 2025 graduates. It's great for us because it builds onto the future. I don't know if it adds into any extra, advantage tonight, but it does for the future, and we're really excited about that.
Well, best of luck, Coach, for the game tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, guys, I appreciate everything you guys do.
Blessing Frazier here with Varsity Sports. I'm with head coach of the Sonoran Sidewinders with Coach Munson. Now, Coach, you guys are hot off of a win. What went super well for you guys last week that you're going to bring into this game?
Well, we were good in all 3 phases of the game. We came out with a dominant defense, and then the offense basically kept up with everything. And we dominated that whole game, and then special teams came through pretty big for us too. So we just continued this week to kind of harp on that, being great in all 3 phases of the game, doing the right things in practice, and really working hard in practice so we can come out and have fun during the games.
Nice. And kind of going off of that, what are a couple targets or goals that you would want your players to fulfill and hit tonight?
Offensively, I would like to get through this with no turnovers. Okay, just protect the ball and sustain drives. Defensively, just the opposite. I want turnovers. I want an aggressive defense that flies around, and we've had that all season. So I don't expect anything different with that. Special teams, would just accurate on kicks, accurate on what we're doing. As far as kick coverage and punt block and all that stuff, we just want to make sure that we're following our assignments and getting guys to the right spots that we've practiced.
Well, thank you, Coach, and I wish you the best of luck on tonight's game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome in everyone to Varsity Sports Show coverage of HJCAC matchup between the Sonoran Sidewinders and the Gila River Hawks. I'm Adam Maggard, joined here with Abigail Hardy. Abigail, should be an interesting night of football, last game before the playoffs. Do you have any expectations for the game?
I think this is going to be a good game. I think with what we see on the field and what the Sidewinders has put up in the last 3 games, I really do think that the Sidewinders might come out on top of today's game. But again, games like these, it's really anybody's game. It depends on how you are in practice and how you put it onto the field.
Yeah, truly. It's really about who wants it the most. These games are very much toss-ups. It's really just, whoever has the most want for the win. Little team overview tonight. The Sidewinders have a balanced offense with a fast defense, and they can set a physical early tempo, while the Gila River Hawks, they're a strong second-half team that adjusts well and is a physical run-first team. So it should be interesting to see how the Riverhawks attack the ground and how the Sidewinders, who have quarterback Braden Darling, who's been pretty good this season, how they'll do. But as we get set for kickoff, should be a fun night.
Absolutely. I think we'll see a lot of good stats from Mr. Darling himself, the quarterback number 10, as he went to Sandra Day O'Connor High School just last year. Graduated from there.
Yeah, this is a league of a lot of people from Arizona. I don't see very many people that aren't from Arizona. And off comes the kick. Fielded. Oh, and it's actually muffed around the 5-yard line. Picked up, though. And carried all the way up to the 22-yard line, roughly. That was Washington on the return there.
Gila River will have first and 10.
And as the Gila Riverhawks take the field for the first time tonight, it's going to be an interesting to see how they approach this first drive. And it looks like in at quarterback is number 2. That's Jacob. No, that doesn't make sense. And the ball is handed up the middle, and for a very short gain there on the play.
No gain on the play, second down.
Okay, so in at quarterback, sorry about that, folks, is Dylan Curry of the Gila Riverhawks. And I'm not quite sure who got the ball there. It's kind of an awkward position to see. But, yeah, slow start so far, but we'll see if they maybe go to the air here. All right, Curry in the backfield with a running back to his left. 2 wide receivers split on each side. Curry's going to fake the handoff, gun it to number 0, who lets the ball go through his hands. That's Angel Perez, the defensive back, playing wide receiver there, and unfortunately unable to come down with that catch there.
Third down.
Yeah, that throw looked to be a little high. If he was able to just jump a little bit higher, which I know is a very hard play to actually contain and keep hold of the ball, but we did see it go up in the airs.
Yeah, it was a little high, but I'm sure he wishes he had that one back through his hands. Unfortunate drop there for Perez. Now, once again, Curry in the backfield, running back to his right, trips on the right. Curry's going to take the ball, fake the handoff once again, going to his receiver on the left. That's number 17.
Pass completed in number 17.
Antrell Harris, who makes a nice catch there and progresses them to near the first down line, but not enough, and out comes the punt team. Quick little 4 and out there. Good start there for the Sidewinders defense.
Yeah, able to stop him in these 4 downs, and now you have the Gila River Hawks punting team come out, and then the change of possession back over to the Sidewinders.
Yeah, that was a good start there for the Sidewinders defense. And off comes the punt, back to receive, but not going to be fielded. And it's going to take a Hawks roll up to around the 35-yard line, and that is where the Sidewinders will start this next drive.
Yeah, now we should see the Sidewinders offense come out in, and this is where we're going to see Darling, the quarterback from Sandra Day O'Connor. This is his freshman year up here as a Sidewinder. His high school stats his senior year were 155 passing yards. He only played 4 games in his senior year and then played a lot more in his junior year. But he has put up some really good stats so far as a Sidewinder here in this season. So I could see us seeing a lot on him tonight.
Yeah, Darling in the backfield, running back to his right, and it looks like the defense might have jumped, or it could be a false start. We'll see what this flag is for. And it looks like it is going to be an encroachment call against the defense, so that will play in the Sidewinders' favor as they get a few free yards here and still first down, now 1st and 5. Darling in the backfield once again, running back to his right. Looks like it's going to be a run play. Motions a receiver. That's number 18. And they are going to give it to the running back, who goes up the middle for a nice chunk of yards, around 10 yards on that run, and that was Vale Sims. Sorry, folks. unfortunately can't quite tell the number of the running back.
Good for the
That was
Sidewinders.
number
First
25,
down.
Torrey Gray. Yeah, that makes sense. Torrey Gray. He's been good this year. He's been good. And now Darling in the backfield by himself. 4 receivers to the right. He's going to motion his running back, Gray, next to him. Once again, gives it to his man who bounces up the left side, finds a hole, through some tackles, and picks up only a few yards on the play, setting down a 2nd and long.
Number 25, Torrey Gray on the carry. Tackled by a flock of Hawks.
It seems early that they want to get Gray involved in the
Second down.
in the scheme of things. Also, running it does help set up play action, so it's good to see the Sidewinders approaching with a run-heavy start, and now maybe they can take a shot downfield here. But 2 running backs set, Darling in the backfield. He's going to take it, drop back, look to throw. Pressure gets to him. He bounces out to the left, finds a man. That's his running back, number 25, Gray, who makes a nice play there and picks up the first down.
Knocked out of
So
bounds.
Sidewinders start this drive pretty hot.
Yeah, this was a good drive for them after not getting much in that last one. And then handing it over to Gray again. I definitely can see us having a Darling Gray duo tonight here at Independence High School in Glendale.
Yeah, it's a pretty venue. I've only been here a few times, so it's always nice to come back. Gotta love Glendale. And here we go. Darling looks like he's going to be in the pistol with a running back behind, and a flag flies before the play.
Flag on the play.
It might be an illegal motion, but the Sidewinders are pointing towards the Hawks.
And
Illegal
they're-
substitution on the Sidewinders. 5-yard penalty. Replay down.
And that is going to be against the Sidewinders. It's going to back them up 5 yards. So now, 1st and 15. We'll see how they approach this.
Yeah, this is taking them back a little bit after their really big throw here. So 1 and 15, long first down, but with what we've seen as a duo of Darling and Gray, we've seen a lot from Gray in this change of possession, so I'm sure we'll see more of him right now.
Yeah, the whole drive's been Gray, and once again, Gray in the backfield. Darling's going to give it to him. He runs up the middle, gets a few blocks, and now he's being carried by the defensive line for a few extra yards. Nice run there by Gray, who picks up around 5 on the play and sets up a round back to the line of scrimmage, original line of scrimmage.
Gain of 7 on the
Yeah, the
play.
Sidewinders,
Second down.
if you guys have watched them over the season, are a team that kind of keep it going the entire game. And then we've talked about the Gila River Hawks, where they're really good in the second half. But these both the teams that need to kick it into high gear all game, or else it can really be anybody's game the second half.
Absolutely. They would like to get a good lead here. Darling's going to give it to his running back. That's once again Gray, who goes to the right side, and the spot is right up near the first line to gain, and it looks like they are going to give him it. Chains are moving, so that's another Sidewinders first down.
That's number 45.
Sidewinders continue their good start so far.
Tackled by number 16.
And now approaching the red zone, they'll look to put some points on the board and put the Hawks in a little bit of a tricky situation. And now trips set to the right, Darling in the backfield with Gray to his right. He's going to motion Gray to his left, looks to throw, throws it to Gray, and the ball goes straight through Gray's hands, and that is an unfortunate drop right there for the Sidewinders.
Second down.
Yeah, it looked like Gray turned his head too early in the middle of catching that ball, or else that left side was wide open for him to run it on in.
No, you're absolutely right. I got a little too excited. Saw a lot of space in front of him, didn't secure the catch, and ball goes through his hands. And that's an unfortunate mistake there for the Sidewinders, who have looked pretty good so far to start this drive on their first drive of the game. And now, 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line. Darling in the backfield with Gray to his left. He's going to fake it to Gray. Throws over the middle on a slant route to number 14. That's Tristan Varga, who makes a nice catch a little above his head, but able to bring it down and pick up a good chunk of yards for a first down. Sidewinders.
Number 14, Tristan Varga, tackled by number 16.
Yeah, that was a great throw, and he definitely tried to get a little bit more yards, but there was a Hawk there right at his ankles to take him down.
Yeah, it was a good catch. And as you alluded to, a good tackle there by the defense, not giving up anything more, but that takes a lot of concentration on those slant catches. You kind of have the feeling that you might get laid out, so good job by the receiver there to bring that one down. And now Darling at the 5-yard line in the backfield. He's going to motion 2 receivers to the right with Gray to his right as well. He's going to fake the snap, motion back a receiver to the left. Take it. He's going to run, and that's going to go to Gray, who gets upended around the 1-yard line, but that's a good run right there. And now the Sidewinders find themselves right up on the goal line and ready to put 6 points on the board.
Yeah, he was right there. You saw the somersault trying to hop over that defense. Just close. Now they're at the 1-yard line, like you said, ready to put up 6 points and let the Hawks fight for a comeback.
Yeah, he nearly hurdled the defender, but instead caught it a little weird and ended up doing a front flip. But now Darling in the pistol formation. He's just going to sneak it straight up the middle, and no question, touchdown Sidewinders, as the Sidewinders take an early lead with 7 minutes to go in this first quarter. That's a good drive right there, pretty methodical. Took a lot of time off the clock after a good start by the Sidewinders defense that saw the Hawks go 3 and out. And now on to kick it for the Sidewinders is Michael Singh, the kicker, number 30. Trying to put 1 more point on the board and make it a 7-0 game. And a flag flies out. It looks like it was a good kick, but we'll see what this flag is and if this kick stands. And we await the call. Still not sure. Here we go. And unfortunately, we could not hear that, but that looks like they called a false start on the defense, which I've never even heard of, but that works in favor of the Sidewinders, who declined the penalty and up 7-0 to start the game.
Yeah, thankfully, Michael Singh was able to kick that extra point. Good. Get that penalty declined. And now the Hawks are up with the ball now to see if they can come back after they are now down 7-0.
Yeah, and we talked about it at the start of the game. The Hawks are definitely a second-half team, so if I'm a Hawks fan, I'm not super concerned just yet. Hopefully, maybe the offense can put something together here, just get a few rhythm plays, and then maybe a big play. But, yeah, the Hawks are a strong second-half team that adjusts well, and they definitely are a run-first team, so they're going to need the run game to start kicking in their favor. And now off to boot it for the Sidewinders. And back to receive. It's going to be fielded by number 15, who makes a good run all the way up to the 35-yard line. That was Austin Thomas Brantley, who makes a nice play. And a correction, folks, that was number 16, Bryce Perkins, who makes a nice run up there, sets up the Hawks in pretty good field position up at the 35.
Yeah, this was a good run right off the bat after that punt return. What's cool about the Gila River Hawks is that they have 7 returners that are on this team right now, but 3 players on this team are from Illinois, and they all went to the same high school.
In at quarterback is Curry again. 2 running back set. He's going to motion one of them to the right. He's going to swing it to him. That's number 1 on the outside edge, who cuts it up and only picks up a few yards on the play, targeting Christian Harvey.
Pass completed to number 1, Jared Williams.
And number 1 is actually Jared Williams, so apparently we don't have the most updated roster, so that's nice. But good start there. A little bit of a rhythm play. Get the ball out of your hands fast. That's a good start. We'll see if Curry can get in a little rhythm here on this drive. Once again, Curry in the backfield. 2 running backs set once again. Big man to his left. Curry's going to take it, and that's actually going to be a throw to the right side and dropped. And correction, that is actually not Curry out this drive. It's Dominic Pellegrino, who has a little bit of a low throw there, and unfortunately it falls incomplete for the Sidewinders, who now for the Hawks, who now find themselves in a long 3rd and 7.
Yeah, here's going to be a tough play if they're going to decide to run in those 7 yards to get enough for that first down, or take the chance of throwing it and maybe run it in. We'll see who's open for Pellegrino.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a throw here. Pellegrino in the backfield. Once again, 2 running backs set. They seem to like it. Extra blockers. He is going to look to throw. Pellegrino's going to step up into the pocket, and he's going to find some space, but he's lit up. Ball comes out. They're going to rule it down. That was very close, but scary play there for the Hawks, but a little breath of fresh air as they rule him down on the possible fumble. And now 4th and 1, decision time coming up. It looks initially as if the Hawks are going to go for it, but we'll see if they just come out and run a snap count, or if they get aggressive here with only a yard to go to gain, a yard to gain. And now Pellegrino out of the backfield. Once again, 2 running backs set. Pellegrino's going to give it to his man. That's number 1, who takes it, finds a hole. He's going to break it, and he's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Hawks. Nice play there by Christian Harvey, who it looked like didn't have too much room, but ends up finding some holes. And sorry, that was Jared Williams. Correction with the roster issue we have, but great play by Jared Williams. Very explosive, finds a little hole, and just uses his speed to beat the rest of the defenders and walks one right in. And that is how the Hawks needed to respond after that quick, early Sidewinders touchdown. Now the Hawks find themselves just an extra point away from tying this game, and we'll see if they can do that.
Yeah, that was a big run for the Hawks here. And it looks as if they're going to go.
And they are going to go for it. Good call. And now Pellegrino in the backfield with Williams to his left. Snaps it, fakes it to Williams, throws left, but batted down by the defense. Good heads-up play there by the Sidewinders, able to swat the ball down and prevent the 2-point conversion. So pretty good start to this game so far. A lot of action, and we'll hope it stays this way the whole time.
Yeah, it's always a great start to a game when both teams can score in the first quarter. That makes the game really interesting, sets up to what you think might be like a back and forth game. Like we said, like with these types of teams, and any team in general actually, it's anybody's game. You can practice all week. It's how you perform it on Friday nights and Saturday nights, and who comes out and who competes better and who wants it more. And I see that both of these teams actually really want it, and we saw in the first couple minutes or in the first half of the first quarter, that the Sidewinders really run the clock down to where they gave the Hawks 5 minutes, and we still have about 5 minutes left of the half to now that the Sidewinders have the ball again.
Yeah, that was a pretty quick drive there for the Hawks, who are known for having more of a run-heavy offense, but this time a lot of air game. And now, interesting little formation there on the kick. It looked like they were going to run something, but then everyone backs back off. Got the big man in there at kicker, number 67. That's not even on the roster. So, unfortunately, do not know his name. But they are going to kick a onside, and it looks like it was recovered by the Sidewinders. And kicking for them was, for the Hawks, was number 67, who's also not on. Yeah, who's not on the roster. But it's always fun to see a big man out there kicking.
Yeah, I was at their game a couple weeks ago, and they didn't have a kicker at their game, so that's why they're running the 2-point conversions after touchdowns, and then kicking with the best they have at punting.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And now Darling back on the field, gonna stay the quarterback for this drive. He's been their go-to guy all year, and once again on the field. Looks like there's a little confusion getting the offense set, and they are going to finally get it set. And Darling in the backfield with his running back Gray to his left. Gonna motion a man, look to throw deep. He's caught by a defensive lineman, gets out of it, throws one way downfield. It's kind of just a miracle shot, but it works out. Touchdown, Sidewinders. Wow, that's 2 very quick touchdowns within the past 40 seconds. We've seen 2 touchdowns. That time finds his man, number 25 Gray, who was wide open out there. It looked like it was going to be a sketchy throw, but no one around Gray, and Gray just gets the easiest touchdown of his life and a nice easy throw there for Darling. So quick start there on that drive for the Sidewinders, who now are going to look to go for 2, it looks like. Maybe try to get a little bit of a lead established on the Hawks. But yeah, it's quick start to this game. A lot of offense, not a lot of defense. We did see the Hawks come out there and make a good defensive stop on the first drive, but this time no answer for the Sidewinders offense, who is they were gonna run a jet sweep there, but flags fly in before the play, and that's gonna be a false start on the Sidewinders. So now they are gonna bring out the kicking team, and we'll see if they can get this extra point on the board and go up 14-6. In the kick, once again, Michael Singh, who's been pretty good all year. But a little bit of a hold-up here, maybe a substitution thing. But here we go. Looks like they're going to start the play. So Singh back to kick. Looking at like a 25-yard extra point here after the penalty. And Singh's going to kick it, and it is no doubt in. And that is going to put the Sidewinders up 14-6. So a good start for the Sidewinders tonight. Every 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, and they find themselves on top of the Hawks with 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. So a lot of scoring in this first quarter.
Yeah, that was a really big drive for the Sidewinders, as Darling was almost sacked in that pocket there, able to get away on that left side of the field, throw it all the way down to Gray, and he was just at the right place at the right time, and then gave the Sidewinders another 7 points to add to their score, only in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's been the offense is looking good for the Sidewinders tonight. Very fluid. And now it's time for the Hawks to try to respond here. And the kick is off, and it's a good one. Fielded around the 5-yard line, and it's going to be returned all the way still fighting all the way up to around the 32-yard line. That was a good return there. Good second effort. It was met around the 25-yard line, but able to get another 10 yards after initial contact. And that's what coaches like to see, run after contact. So getting a little bit of a contact carry there and picking up a few extra yards.
Yeah, he did that the last time they got it. That was Bryce Perkins able to really run it after catching that ball.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Perkins out there receiving, but it does make sense. Usually defensive backs are pretty quick, so he probably is the fastest player on this roster. So showing off his speed and his physicality, able to pick up a few extra yards, and now once again on the field, I believe it's going to be Pellegrino in a quarterback hit, and he's going to look to throw, and it's going to go straight. Good defense there by the receiver, Angel Perez, who's able to swat the ball out of the defender's hands. It looked like it was going to be an interception there. A little bit of a risky throw there by Pellegrino, but breath of fresh air as that ball falls to the ground, and the Hawks will get another try at it here on second down.
Number 21, Nehemiah Arumbi.
Pellegrino in the backfield. Once again, we've seen a lot of this two running back set, a little bit of extra blocking, and also helpful with just run faking, but they are going to fake it again and go right down to that same spot again, and it's swatted, nearly intercepted again by number 21 of the defense, Orumbi, who makes a nice play. Once again, swatting down the ball, and now Hawks find themselves at third down and down 8 points, so this is going to be a kind of crucial third down. Still a lot of time to go, though.
Yeah, those last two runs were like a copy and paste. You had the same two people. You had Perez and Orumbi trying to fight for that ball.
They like the matchup, I guess, trying to take advantage of it. But Rumby showing off his defensive presence and making two good plays in a row. And now third down, Pellegrino in the backfield, two running back set. He is going to look to throw, drops back, steps up into the pocket, and just delivers a low ball to his receiver, who's unable to come down with it. And that's going to bring up fourth down. And the punting unit, I can only assume, is going to come out. But as of now, they are going to keep the offense on the field, maybe?
Yeah, I see no movement of coming in or out.
Yeah, they took Pellegrino out of the game, but I guess maybe their special teams, their punt team is the exact same, just without Pellegrino. No, this is really weird. I guess they're going to go for it. This time in at quarterback is Curry, who was on the first drive, and we haven't seen him in a little bit, but going to get another rep here on fourth down, but it looks like we're going to have a timeout by the Sidewinders. So pretty action-packed first quarter, but we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back very shortly. Do not leave, and we'll see you soon.
HJCAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, HJCAC has you covered. Call HJCAC, AA-PAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
My name is Dana McDermott, and I'm a junior in the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Arizona State University. I am looking forward to the opportunity to get some hands-on experience and dip my toes into this industry. I've called water polo, softball, and I've broadcasted on the sidelines for high school football and basketball. I'm so excited for what this internship's going to get.
And welcome back, everyone, to Varsity Sports coverage of the HJCAC matchup between the Sidewinders and the Hawks. We will see. We have an action-packed first quarter, and the Sidewinders have looked good so far as they get set back to receive, and the ball's going to roll up to around the 24-yard line, and that is where the Sidewinders will start this third drive. So far, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. We'll see if they can keep keep it perfect and put more points on the board on this drive.
10 from their own 24-yard line.
Yeah, this is gonna, with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, it's still a lot into the first quarter, and we've seen a lot from both sides. So again, it's anybody's ball here.
Yeah, it's still anyone's ball game. A lot of time to be played, but as we approach near towards the end of the first, the Sidewinders up 8 and looking to increase that lead here on this drive. Darling, good start to the game. We'll see if he can continue his success on the air and maybe get the ground game a little more involved here. And Darling going to take it out of the pistol, going to fake the run, and he has a man wide open. That's number 2, who makes a good run up the right side of the field all the way up to the 47, 48-yard line. That was C.J. Williams on the play. Good play, good route by Williams, able to get wide open and give Darling a pretty easy pass there.
Devontae Hadley and number 14, Sergio Madrid. First down, Sidewinders.
This is C.J. Williams' first year as a Sidewinder. He is from Deer Valley High School, kind of local around here in the Glendale area.
Darling out of the shotgun with a running back behind him. Going to motion a man, and he is going to give it to his back. That's number 32, who makes a good cut up the left side, and he's got space in front of him, and he's going to go all the way, spinning around the 15 up to the 10-yard line, but there is a flag that flew, so we'll see if that holds. But that was number 32, Michael Anthony, with a nice run there, and I believe his first of the night. So a good start for Anthony as he picks up a nice chunk of yards there. But I'm assuming this is going to be a holding, so it's probably going to come back, unfortunately, for Anthony.
It was a great practice run, though. Let's see if he can do it again. A little copy and paste action.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
And that is going to be a holding, and that's going to bring him back 10 yards from the spot of the foul, but it is going to be first down still, and now around 1st and 5 yards, so not the worst thing, but not what they wanted after a great run like that got them all the way up to the 10-yard line. Anthony is going to stay in the game for this play, and he is going to be to the right of Darling, actually going to be put into the receiver formation. They got a bunch set on the right, 4 receivers. They are going to motion Anthony. Oh, wait, no, he's going to stay. Darling's going to take it. He's going to look. He's going to look down. He's keeping his eyes downfield. He finds a man. That's number 87, who makes a nice catch there. That was Jaden Vigil, who's been pretty good so far this season. And right there, showing off his presence, making a nice catch, a nice adjustment on the throw. And good job there by Darling, able to keep his eyes downfield and find a man for a nice chunky yards there. And now the Sidewinders, once again, third drive, find themselves in the red zone, close to scoring. We'll see if they can finish this drive off.
Yeah, that was good contact from Darling, able to get out of there, look at his surroundings, and then find Vigil right there at the end. Darling
in shotgun once again with Anthony to his left. He's going to take it himself up the left side, finds a hole, but he's going to get hit pretty hard on the tail end of that play. But not a bad play there by Darling. Good quarterback keep there, and now knocking on the doorstep of this end zone are the Sidewinders, and the Hawks are going to have to step up on defense here and try to prevent another touchdown, or else this game is going to start to get a little out of hand. But we'll see here what Darling has in store as the Sidewinders look to complete another touchdown here on this drive. Darling in the backfield. He's going to motion a receiver to the right, and he's going to give it to his man, Anthony, who takes it up the right side and into the end zone. Touchdown Sidewinders. That was Michael Anthony in there for the score after he had that big run called back earlier in the drive. Ends up getting 6 points on the board for the Sidewinders, who now find themselves up 20-6, looking to extend the lead to 21-6. Yes, they are going to look to kick the extra point here. So looking to put themselves up 21-6, and that's a good way to start the game for the Sidewinders, who look very hot tonight.
No, their offense is really great tonight, and they're able to stop, and their defense is able to stop the Hawks.
And now Singh in for the extra point. He's been perfect so far. We'll see if he can continue that streak. And up it goes, and through the uprights once again. Field goal is good. Singh 3 for 3, and now the Sidewinders find themselves up 21-6 with a minute and 23 to go in the first quarter here. Abigail, I don't think we could ask for a more high-scoring game. This may be the highest-scoring start I've seen to one of these games, so can't complain.
I believe that. This is a good game with a good matchup. Their last game, the Sidewinders against the Scorpions, they won 24-0. It was their first shutout game of the season, actually. And then the game before, October 11th, against the ACU Firestorm, they were able to win 17-13. And we're at 21-6 in the first quarter. We have 3 more quarters to go to, and they're already nearly blown their last 2 games. So I think we're going to see a high-scoring game from the Sonoran Sidewinders.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But now, off to kick it are the Sidewinders. Back to receive once again is Bryce Hawkins. And we apologize for the messed up name we've had for the whole game. The roster was incorrect, but it's not fielded by him. This time fielded by number 3, Eric Washington, who makes a miraculous run all the way up to the Sidewinders 40, and that is exactly what the Hawks needed after going down a few touchdowns here. Washington puts the team on the back and sets the Hawks up pretty nicely here. Okay, and here we go. It'll be interesting to see who's in at quarterback. Last drive we saw a mix of both. They brought in Curry at the end of the drive, but this time it does not look like Curry's on the field. It looks like they're going to bring out a new quarterback this time, number 10, Kevin Nelson, on his first drive, starting in favorable position at the 41-yard line of the Sidewinders. We'll see if they can take advantage of this. They're going to give it to their running back, number 1, Jared Williams, who has nowhere to go, met at the line of scrimmage by the Sidewinders, and that's a good start there for the Sidewinders.
Yeah, with that clock running down, we're at less than a minute left of the first half, or the first quarter, and with that great run by Washington to get to the position that they're at. We're at 2nd and 11. I hope they can keep it going.
Yeah, I mean, he put the team on his back there. Now the team's got to step up a little bit here and try to get some points on the board. But only 30 seconds left in this first quarter. This could be the last play of it, and it's going to be handed off once again to Williams, who picks up a few more yards this time, up to around the 37-yard line, and that's going to set up a 3rd and 6 or 7.
Get a 4 on the play, 3rd down.
And it is going to be a 3rd and 7 here. So now Kevin Nelson and the Hawks are going to have to look to get a first down here before they punt once again. But it looks like they are going to take a timeout. So we're going to take a quick, okay, actually not a timeout, the end of the first quarter. And we're going to take a quick break, and we will rejoin you guys shortly. Stay tuned.
I'm Andrew Neeram, a junior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm excited to show the Varsity Sports Show everything that I can offer on any side of production as I express my love for this business throughout the fall of 2025.
And welcome back, everyone, for Varsity Sports Show coverage of this matchup between the Gila River Hawks and the Sonoran Sidewinders. It's been a pretty entertaining game so far, and now the Hawks find themselves with a 3rd and 7, down 15. So they're gonna want to get a first down here and try to close this deficit a little bit. But that is not gonna help them unless that's offsides, which the offense is pointing that it could be offsides, but we will wait for the call and see.
False start, offense, number 50, 5-yard penalty.
False start in the offense.
And that is going to be a false start on the offense. Number 50, that's Jake Kolvitz, who jumps offside there, and that is the last thing that the Hawks needed here. Already down 15, now goes from a 3rd and 7 to a 3rd and 12. So we'll see what this Hawks offense has in store, and if they're able to, if they can draw up a play to get 12 yards here. I'd expect them to definitely be throwing here. And they're going to keep Nelson in at quarterback.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of him, but we know that the last quarterback, Pellegrino, does like to throw.
Yeah, Nelson, he's going to fake the snap. Snaps it this time. He's going to roll out to his right, and he's going to just take it himself and able to pick up a few yards, get past the original line of scrimmage, but nowhere close to the first down. And now decision time with around 5 yards to go here. Do they go for it? Do they kick a field goal? Or are they going to punt in a kind of awkward position to punt?
I see Curry, the other quarterback that we've seen come in and out of the field. There he goes, running in. So now we have a quarterback change. Dylan Curry, who we saw last quarterback ago, and now at the 4th and 5.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They must really like Curry on these long 3rd downs, because every time we've seen these sets, they've brought him out. And once again, in the backfield, Curry is going to look to his right, setting up the play. He's going to look to throw. Rolling to his right, pressure comes, and he has nowhere to go, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield by number 6 of the Sidewinders. That is Amari Wright with a nice sack there, and the last thing the Hawks needed right now, down 15. So now the Sidewinders are going to retake the ball at around the 45-yard line, and we'll see if they can continue their perfection they've had so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and now 4th drive of the night, start of the 2nd quarter. What do you expect?
I'm expecting them to score again.
Me too.
If they're keeping it up like they did the entire first quarter, I could see them taking their time going down there, but I think they'll find their way down there and get another 7 points up on there.
No, I agree with you. Darling in the backfield, going to look to throw, and he is going to find a man up the right side, and that's number 18, Dylan White, who makes some nice cuts and gets all the way up to around the first down, and they are going to give him it, so it's going to be another first down of this drive on the first play of this drive. So Sidewinders start hot, exactly what we were talking about. They've looked super good so far, and they continue their offensive dominance. But, yeah, they are going to give him the first down. For a second there, it looked like they were maybe going to measure it, but they are going to give it to him. So now Darling, who's been very efficient in the air, will look to continue his success as they are in the Hawks territory at around the 45-yard line. Darling in the backfield with a running back to his left. That's number 45, who he's going to give it to, who cuts back up to the left side and picks up a good chunk of yards. Another first down. That was Eric Rodriguez, who I think that's the first time we've called him tonight. And one play, one first down, and a nice carry of around 12 yards there.
Yeah, just as we talked about, taking their time down there, running down the clock like they did in that first half of that first quarter. But if they keep it up, keeping that, getting those first downs, I can see them going right back in.
You're absolutely right. We'll see if they can continue their perfection they've had so far on this drive. Two plays, 2 first downs. And Darling once again in the backfield, this time Gray to his left. He's going to motion his man, number 18, behind him. He's going to give it to Gray, though, up the right side. And Gray has tons of space to work with. Met around the line to gain, but tackled just short of the first down. So going to set up a second and short here. And the Sidewinders look hot again. We'll see if this Hawks defense can find any answer for this flaming hot Sidewinders offense, who look unstoppable at the moment. Darling in the shotgun once again. Gray to his left. 2 receivers set to the left as well. Gonna motion one, number 18. They like using him in motion, and they are just gonna give it to Gray once again, who gets up to around the first down line, and he is gonna get a few extra yards after contact, so that's gonna be another Sidewinders first down.
25, Gray with a gain of 5.
And it looks like we're going to take an officials timeout. So we will take a short break and rejoin you shortly. Stay tuned. Thanks, everyone.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
And welcome back, everyone. Varsity Sports Show coverage of this matchup between the Sidewinders and Hawks. So far, Hawks' offense has struggled a bit, but the Sonoran Sidewinders have been the opposite. Red hot, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and now driving once again. 1st and 10 here. Darling in the backfield with Gray to his left. Gonna give it to Gray. Oh, actually fake it, take it himself. Faked out the defense. He's gonna run up the left and avoids the hit there by number 14. Just kind of sets himself down before he gets lit up. He was gonna get lit up. That was number 14. Sergio Madrid on that tackle for the Hawks. And now 2nd and 6.
2nd down.
Yeah, it was a good slide there to avoid any injury at cost.
Yeah, it's never worth it as the quarterback to take hits like that. So I think that was a smart play there by Darling, just giving himself up, not taking a huge hit when he was probably about to get lit up. And now trips formation on the left side, running back to his right. Darling is going to look to throw, throws it up the left side, has a man who makes a good catch and picks up a few extra yards. That was number 18. Dylan White, who makes that catch there. He's a wide receiver and a cornerback for the Sidewinders, and this time showing off his presence on offense.
Yeah, we've seen a few here tonight caught by Dylan White here. He is a first year, came from Cactus Shadows in Scottsdale. He's definitely have shown his presence in this game and the past couple games the Sidewinders have had against opponents such as the Scorpions, the Firestorm, the Hawks, and the Pumas.
Yeah, he stepped up for sure in his first year. He's looked pretty good so far in this game, having a decent game, a few catches. It's all you can really ask for as a receiver, but a flag's going to fly, and the initial signal is for a false start.
Flag on the play, delay of game on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
And it is going to be a delay of game on the offense, so that's going to back up the Sidewinders a little bit, and that's kind of what the Hawks needed. maybe the defense now with that little bailout can get a stop here and prevent another Sidewinders touchdown. But the Sidewinders are going to take a timeout. So first half, or I guess first half. It's been a hot one. Still 9 minutes to go. I expect to see a few more scores here with how efficient the offenses have played, especially the Sidewinders offense, who's looked really good. But we have talked about it. The Hawks are a slow starting team, so we'll see if they can maybe prevent a touchdown here, keep themselves in contention, maybe get a few more points on the board, go into half and maybe regroup a little bit and try to come out as a different crew.
Yeah, maybe all they need is like a fresh start, a little half-game pep talk from coaches, each other. A lot can go down in the 12, 15 minutes that they have. Maybe some extra running, extra conditioning to get their body going and everything.
Yeah, good little pep talk. But now Darling in the backfield once again. Gray to his left with Rodriguez to his right. Darling's going to step back, throw it up. He has a man, but he overthrows his man. That was number 18 once again, Dylan White, who he targeted, but a little out of his reach. And that pass is going to fall incomplete, bringing up 2nd and 12 here for the Sidewinders.
Yeah, a little overthrown and a little high coming from him, coming from Darling. Just White didn't have enough room to catch it, or else it would have been out of bounds.
Yeah, unfortunately, White is only 5'11", so those high balls are going to be a little bit harder for him to track down. So unfortunate mistake there for Darling, but he's looked pretty good so far. We'll see if he can shrug it off and make a play here with Rodriguez to his right. Darling is going to motion a man to his left, take the snap, look to throw. He's going to step up in the pocket, and he nearly is sacked, but he gets it off to a man. That was number 45, I believe, Rodriguez, the running back, who he dumps it off to as a last resort. And a good play there by Darling, able to extend the play on what looked like might be a sack. But, yeah, the Sidewinders continue their offensive success. Now it's just short, 3rd and 4 yards to go. We'll see if they can punch this ball in here, but I expect this to be 4-down territory. They're already up so much. I don't think you just want to put a field goal on. I think you want to try to put a little dagger into the Hawks and maybe try to get another touchdown on the board. But Darling's going to put Gray behind him in the shotgun, get a motion a man to his right. This is most likely going to be a run play, and it is, to Gray, who cuts up the middle, and he's going to get it in for a touchdown. Once again, Sidewinders, touchdown. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns for the Sidewinders. It's been a good night for them, and they continue their success. Maybe one of the most successful offenses I've ever seen. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. That's pretty unheard of.
Yeah, it's amazing coming from the Sidewinders, especially getting near to the end of the season, approaching playoffs here pretty soon. You always want to end on a good and high note, and we're definitely ending on a high note today, especially if it's only the second quarter. I mean, they're up nearly 20 now.
And now Singh to knock in the extra point and put him up even more, and he does so. 4 for 4 tonight on extra points. Singh having a good night, and so are the Sidewinders in general. Up 27 points on the Hawks early. Sorry, not 27. Up 18 points on the Hawks early, but a good start here for the Sidewinders. And now the Hawks offense really needs to step up on this drive before the game starts to get out of hand, which is usually unheard of in the first half, but the lead is only increasing, and the Sidewinders look red hot and unstoppable. So the Hawks are going to have to try to get some points on the board here before going into half, because the Sidewinders are going to start the second half with the ball. And now the big man out there for the Sidewinders, ready to boot it off to the Hawks.
Yeah, you said exactly what I said. What I was thinking. I see Hawkins over there ready.
And it's going to be squibbed up the middle, touched by number 9, who fields it himself. And he's going to make a cut up the right, but unfortunately. Oh, and a flag comes in. He wanted the flag, and a flag is going to fly. It might be a face mask, but we will see what the judge says. And the refs are going to talk about it a little bit, maybe. No initial signals, and now they're going to talk.
Waiting for the
And
leader.
here we go.
Dead ball, personal foul, late hit.
Dead ball, personal foul against the
Kicking team, number
Sidewinders.
5.
That's going to be a
15-yard
15-yard penalty tacked on to the end of the run.
And that's going to be a dead ball late hit on the Sidewinders, and that's what the Hawks needed. That's going to add to their return and get them all the way up to the 50-yard line of the Sidewinders. So now Hawks once again find themselves in favorable position, but the offense is stalled on the past few drives. We'll see if they can find a little bit of tempo this time. And I like the quarterback situation they have right now with Curry out here. He seems to be having the best night, so I like that they bring him back out. And now Curry in the offense trying to put some points on the board to cut this deficit in the shotgun, 2 running back set. Curry's going to look to throw up the left side, and he throws a pick, but it is it is dropped, incomplete, targeting Angel Perez there, Angel Perez there, but nearly picked off. I'm sure Curry's glad to have that one back. That could have been worst case there for the Hawks, but now 2nd and 10. We'll see if they could maybe pick up a few yards here and shorten up this for this 10 yards they have to go to the first down.
Yeah, we're hoping to see a lot from quarterback Curry here, and I'm sure he wants to expand their score here.
You're absolutely right. Now Curry in the backfield. He is going to look to throw once again. He has a man who makes a good cut up. That was, again, Angel Perez who he targets, who this time comes up with the catch, makes a good move after the catch, and gets all the way up to a first down. So that's the first down the Hawks have had in a while, and that might be just what they need to get a little bit of rhythm, maybe a little bit of momentum. We shall see.
Yeah, sometimes it's the little things when you're down so much. It's the little that they were able to get that first down and creep down the field. So hopefully this new set of downs here, they're able to come up with something as Curry's still in the game.
Yeah, Curry in shotgun once again. 2 running back set. He is going to give it to his man. That's Jared Williams, who cuts it back left, finds some room, and he's going to go for a nice gain there all the way up to around the 15-yard line of the Sidewinders, and that's another first down. Was there a flag on the play?
I did see a flag get thrown in the middle of it all.
That is a brutal break for the Hawks, who are going to get backed up most likely, and we will see what the call is.
Holding during the run. Number 0, 10 yards from the spot of the ball.
And that is going to be a holding on the offense. Number 0, Angel Perez, who came up big with that catch a second ago, but this time, unfortunately, a little bit of an error, and that's going to take away that nice run that we just saw. But we'll see if the Hawks can recover. Still first down, now 1st and 12. Curry in the backfield with a running back to his left. He is going to draw back, look to throw, but the pressure comes through. Good job by Curry to step up in the pocket, and he finds a man on the sideline, and that's going to be caught. Great catch, great play there. And that was once again Perez who makes the catch there. Great job. Makes up for that little holding penalty on the last one, and now the Hawks driving this drive. So
yeah, Perez was able to stay in bounds when he caught that. Make sure he had his 2 feet in, and then went down.
Yeah, that's one of those catches that you practice all the time. Just a fun catch on the sideline, and Perez able to get both feet down and get a first down there for the Hawks. So now Curry in the offense driving, 2 running back set. Curry's going to take the snap, give it to his running back, who cuts up the left, has a little bit of room, and gets all the way up to the first down. Nice run there by, I want to say that was number 26. Yeah, Juan Archuleta, who makes a nice run there. And the Hawks, I don't know why they haven't been running the ball a little bit more. Every run I've seen has been pretty good. They've had a few called back on holds, but
they've been
there
able
we
to
go.
come back from them.
Yeah, exactly. And nice run there. And now the Hawks in the red zone looking to put points on the board and cut down on this deficit they've found themselves in early. Curry in the offense looking good with another 2 running back set. Curry in the shotgun. Snaps it. He's going to give it back to his man who cuts up the left again. That was once again Juan Archuleta, who makes a pretty nice run there and gets up to around, I want to say, the 5-yard line. So now the Hawks knocking on the door of the end zone. We'll see if they can finish out this drive here. 2nd and 4 to go.
I see Curry still in that huddle. He's had a good run, running down the clock as well, too, and maintaining that ball even after some penalties and pushing him back.
Yeah, Curry's been pretty good on this drive, but they are going to take a timeout. So the Hawks want to discuss this a little bit, and we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back very shortly. Stay tuned, everyone.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
And welcome back, everyone, as the Hawks retake the field here, looking to get the ball into the end zone and cut down on this Sidewinders lead. Would be huge with 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. It's been a pretty high scoring quarter so far, and Curry looks like he's got a little bit of control of this Hawks offense that struggled at the start. Now just a few yards away from the end zone, and they are going to give it to their running back. That's number 1, Jared Williams, who they've given the ball to quite a bit tonight. This time finds his way into the end zone, does a little flip after getting hit, but that is going to help the Hawks out now. It'll be interesting to see if they go for 2 here to try to make it a 2-score game, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. Yep, Curry just going over there to get a call from his coach, now headed back to rejoin his team, and now a big 2-point conversion to try to cut this to a 2-score game. We'll see if the Hawks can do it. In the backfield with Curry is Archuleta, who's been pretty successful so far on this drive. 2 wide receivers set to the right, a wide receiver on the left. I'd like to see a slant here, and it looks like that is what they're going to do. But pressure comes. Curry rolls out to his right, and the play kind of just turns into a scramble, and he finds his man number 5. Yes, I believe that's number 5.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Kalinowski.
Nice play there by Kalinowski, recognizing his quarterback under duress, and just gets open and allows Curry to make a play and find him in the back of the end zone. And now just a 2-score lead for the Sidewinders, but it's going to come down to the Hawks defense. Can they step up here and try to get their first stop of the night against the Sidewinders offense that's been red hot? But that's exactly what the Hawks needed, putting themselves back into contention. and maybe a little bit of a confidence booster as well.
Y'all don't want to say that Jared Williams has caught the past 2 touchdowns to get them on the board. The 2 touchdowns that they had were both caught by Williams, giving them 14 on the score.
Yeah, that's a great point. And now out to boot it is the Hawks, and back to receive are the Sidewinders. We'll see. Oh, and this is a little bit of an onside kick. Once again, we see a lot of these in this level and in high school, but it is recovered by the Sidewinders, who now are going to get the ball in pretty favorable position. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of an onside kick right there. Already down 14, now giving the red-hot Sidewinders offense pretty good field position to start, but now it's going to come down to the Hawks defense. Can they get a stop?
Yeah, that kick wasn't in favor for the Hawks, and it's, like you said, it's giving the Sidewinders some great fielding right now.
Yeah, good field position to start, and now Darling going to take his team back out there and try to put more points on the board. And actually, it looks like they're going to change quarterbacks. No Darling this drive. Looks like it's going to be number 9 this time, William Howell in at quarterback. We've seen him, they like to do this, and they are going to just give it to the running back on the first play, and it gets up a few yards, maybe a yard or 2 gain on the play, going to set up a 2nd and long.
34, Nico Hernandez on the
And
carry.
now Howell, interesting to see a quarterback switch after Darling was doing so well, but I guess trying to get reps for both of them. Going to give Howell the shot here, and Howell's got an arm on him. We'll see if he can use it here. In the backfield, number 34 with Howell. That's Hernandez to his left. Howell's going to drop back. Flags fly. It might be a free play. Howell's going to take it. And he looks for his receiver, number 18 down the field, Dylan White, but unfortunately unable to come up with it. And now we wait to see what this flag is.
Yeah, those flags were thrown way high all at the same time.
Yeah, I'm going to guess it was an offsides, but that would be why Howell probably threw it so far down the field. But we're still waiting on this call, and here it comes.
Penalties on the play, both on the defense. All sides. Defense, penalties decline. 12 men. Defense, that penalty is accepted. First down, 2nd down, 2. My bad.
And it is going to be on the defense. 2 penalties, 12-man and offsides. They're going to accept the 12-man penalty. And now, 2nd and only a few yards to go. The Sidewinders get a little bit of a break there. And Howell is going to step back, look to throw, step up in the pocket. Looks like he's just going to take it himself, and he is up the left side to around the 22-yard line. Nice play by Howell there. Didn't like what he saw and just decides to take it himself and doesn't put the ball in any bit of a sketchy situation. So far, Howell's looked pretty controlling of the Sidewinders offense, but the whole Sidewinders offense has looked good. Pass protection's been pretty good, and their run game has also been pretty solid. But I think quarterback play has definitely been a little bit of a tell tonight. No real mistakes from either Howell or Darling, who started the game the first 4 drives. Darling was in, now giving Howell some reps. With a running back to his right, Howell is going to look to throw, and he's looking up the left side. He's going to just step up in the pocket and try to make another run. Able to pick up maybe 3 yards on the play and set up a 2nd and 7. So, not a bad play there by Howell.
Yeah, Howell is 6'5". This is his 2nd year on the team. He's tall. He has some legs on him, and we've seen it in that last possession where he went to that left side, and he's speedy. If you got this, the Hawks defense really got to watch out for him if he's going to stay in, especially for this next quarter until the end of end of the first half or bring him in the third quarter too.
Yeah, that's a good point. Howell does look pretty confident using his legs, and that's always a nice aspect to have at a quarterback. He's also pretty tall. He's listed at 6'5", 210. That's kind of a great quarterback build, able to see over the offensive line. Cardinals fans know a little bit about that. People like to hate on Kyler, saying he's a little too small, and Hal is not that. 6'5", nearly Joe Burrow height. We'll see if he can continue his good play so far. It seems like they like his arm. He's only been out there for a few snaps, and I think a good majority of them have been passes. Once again, though, in the shotgun with his running back to his right. That's number 32, Michael Anthony. And Howell looking to continue this Sidewinders offensive streak of 4 touchdowns, or a touchdown on every drive. Howell is going to throw it once again, rolls out to his right, looking downfield, has a man, and it might have been a perfect throw, and they are going to rule that a catch. That was a nice play there by Howell, and a really good catch there by C.J. Williams, able to caress the ball and not let it touch the ground, and now another Sidewinders first down, and it looks like their streak of touchdowns may be continued with only a minute 45 to go here in the first half. We appreciate you guys tuning in and being with us tonight. It's been a good matchup so far, especially if you're a Sidewinders fan. I mean, if I were a big fan of the Sidewinders, I'd be pretty happy with my team. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. Now on their 5th drive, looking to get a 5th touchdown. And the Hawks defense has really struggled tonight. Offense gained a little momentum on that last drive, but now this might be a tone killer. Howell in the backfield once again throwing, going to step up, use his legs like we talked about, and he's going to get all the way up to around the 1-yard line. It looks like they're going to mark him at about the 2-yard line. It's where they're going to say his knee went down, but a good play there by Howell, able to pick up a few yards and get near the first down. But there is going to be a timeout for the Hawks, so we are going to take a quick break, and we will rejoin you guys very shortly.
Hi, my name is Carmen Liberto, and I am a senior at the Cronkite School at Arizona State University, majoring in sports journalism. Over the past few semesters, I've worked on a variety of projects that have strengthened my reporting, storytelling, and on-camera skills. My passion has always been hockey, and I hope to build a career covering the NHL, ideally as a beat writer for the Buffalo Sabres. I'm excited to continue growing as a journalist and to bring my energy and dedication to every story I tell. Stay tuned to see my work at the Varsity Show.
My name is Dana McDermott, and I'm a junior in the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Arizona State University. I am looking forward to the opportunity to get some hands-on experience and dip my toes into this industry. I've called water polo, softball, and I've broadcasted on the sidelines for high school football and basketball. I'm so excited for what this internship's going to give me.
And welcome back, everyone. The Sidewinders offense at the 2-yard line, looking to put more points on the board. Hal, a new quarterback in this drive. So far, so good. A lot of throws. He's going to give it to the running back, though, this time. And that was, I believe, Michael Anthony, who gets a touchdown there up the left side. And the Sidewinders continue their streak. 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and that's how you want to start a game. We'll see if they can continue that success in the second half, most likely their last drive of this first half. But now, actually, in a kicker is number 80, I believe. That is Jameer Gutierrez, who's in to try to bang in this extra point and put them up 35-14. And that is exactly what he does. Not the prettiest kick, but it does work. And the Sidewinders up big at this end of this first half. Only a minute to go. Sidewinders 35, Hawks 14. Now, Abby, it'll be interesting to see how aggressive the Hawks play on this drive. If they try to get some points on the board, or if they just take a knee and go into half and talk about what they can improve on after this first half. So far, the Hawks' offense hasn't looked terrible, but the defense has really struggled to control this Sidewinders offense. So,
yeah, we have Bryce Hawkins over there, and we also have Washington, Eric Washington, number 3 and number 16, who have been really big here as the Sidewinders punted over and handed over now to the Hawks. They both have been very big at catching it and running the ball and giving them a good area. But we do have a minute left. Let's see what the Hawks can do with this 55.6 seconds left of the first half before going in, having that pep talk, going to the locker room, coming back out here and playing this second half of football on a beautiful Saturday night here in Glendale.
yeah, back to receive once again Hawkins and Washington, but it's not going to matter. The kick goes very short, fielded by the Hawks, and there's a penalty on the Sidewinders, so gonna re-kick here. Might actually be a good thing because that was not a very great kick. Now looking to pin this Hawks offense back. We'll see if they can do just that.
Yeah, the past 2 kicks coming from the Sidewinders have been high and short, where Hawkins and Washington aren't able to grab it. It's more of the middle guys.
It might be a strategic thing, too, because they know how explosive those guys are.
Oh, they know that these 2 guys in the back are explosive when they have that ball in their hands. They are speedy, and you've seen it in that first quarter.
Exactly. You don't want to kick it to them unless you have to. Now re-kicked, and it is going to be fielded by Washington, who's going to take it up, bounce out to the left side around the 45, and he's going to go to the 50 and get all the way up to the Sidewinders 45. So once again, Washington, 2 returns, 2 good returns, and going to set the Hawks up in favorable position. So now I'd like to see a little bit of aggressiveness, but a flag flies in late. We'll see what this call is. It would be huge if it was against the Sidewinders, but detrimental if it's against the Hawks. We'll see what it is very shortly. The refs just discussing.
Penalty marker on the field.
Still a little bit of a discussion between the refs, and here we go.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against the Sidewinders. That's 15 yards tacked onto the end
And
of the
it's going to
run.
be an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Sidewinders, and that is a huge penalty for the Hawks. Now in even more favorable field position all the way up at the Sidewinders 30. And that's mistakes that I've seen the Sidewinders make throughout the season, just unforced errors after the play gets a little chippy and ends up giving up an extra 15 when they would really not an ideal time to give up 15 yards, especially with the field position they were already starting with. Now in the backfield, Curry looking to throw, has a man up the left side. That's number 0, Angel Perez, who's been good this whole game and once again continues his success. Nice route there, a little bit of a comeback route, and sets up an easy throw for Curry, who finds him. But yeah, been a good night for Perez and for Curry, who's I'm happy to see once again out on the field for this drive. He seems to be a good leader for this team, especially when they need someone down 3 scores. We'll see if they can close it down to 2 and go in the half feeling good about themselves. Still 41 seconds to go, plenty of time. In the backfield, Curry, 2 running back set. They like this 2 running back set. But once again, Curry's going to look to throw up the right side. Has a man. That's number 9 who makes the catch. Not a lot of room to move. That's Jaden Kalinowski, who does what he can, but gets just maybe a little past the line of scrimmage up to around the 15-yard line, and going to set up a 2nd and 8 here for the Hawks, but he was able to get out of bounds, so that stops the clock, so that's huge.
Yeah, clock is now at 35.6 seconds, hoping Curry can do something. He's really looked at in favor as Perez and Kalinowski, both on that left and right side, whatever side is open and available to get into that end zone.
Yeah, once again, Curry in the shotgun, 2 running back set. He's just going to give it to his running back. It looked like that might not have been what he wanted to do, but running back takes it. That was number 20, Logan Nadarowski, who takes it. That's his first run of the night, I believe. Not a great run. Looked like there might have been some confusion on that play. And now a timeout by the Hawks. I like that decision. I'm not sure if I like the run play, so I don't know if that was the original call, but
yeah, because now that leaves them 3 and 6 with 30 seconds left. I think this is a timeout was a good idea to take from the Hawks. Let them regroup, decide what they want to do here, as scoring is super important if they are able to. If not, then a field goal. But we haven't seen much of them kick lately because they do take that 2-point conversion. So maybe a field goal really isn't an option if you are on the Hawks.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're too confident in their kicking game. So I'm assuming this is going to be approached as 4-down territory. So now 3rd and 6, just looking to at least get up close to the line to gain, but preferably into the end zone. We'll see if they can do just that. Curry in the backfield, running back to his left. That's Jared Williams, number 1. 2 wide receivers set on both sides. Curry in shotgun, gonna take the snap, look to throw, looks up the left side. He has his man on a slant, number 3, who drops it. Looked like he nearly had it, but a flag flies in at the end of the play, intended for Eric Washington, who's had some good returns tonight. Unfortunately, unable to come up with that catch, but flag flies and most likely going to go against the Sidewinders, but we will see as we await the call. And ref's going to still discuss it a little bit.
Yeah, you saw all those flags fly right when those 2 went down.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what's happening. Oh, here we go.
Pass interference on the defense. Defense, spot foul. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line.
And it is going to be a penalty on the defense. Pass interference. That's going to give them the 1st down. And now exactly what the Hawks needed. A fresh set of downs and only a few yards, only 3 yards to go. We'll see if they maybe give it to their running back here if they play aggressive and try to throw it. And they are going to play aggressive, but they are going to give it to their running back. And he's not able to get there, not able to get out of bounds either. So now they're going to have to hurry or take a timeout. And they are going to take a timeout. So now 15 seconds to go. Hawks knocking on the doorstep of the goal line. Only about a yard or 2 left to go. We'll see if they can punch it in here after the timeout. And now out they come, ready to go. That was a quick little timeout. We'll see if Curry and Williams can maybe sneak one into the end zone. Unfortunately, Williams unable to get in on that last drive, but I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to him again. Still 1 timeout, and they are going to give it to him again up the left side, but it looked like he was going to be tackled, but he breaks the initial tackle and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Jared Williams. Great play. I thought he was going to get stopped, but breaks off of that, hits the too small on the defender. A little bit of a celly there, and gets the Hawks into the end zone, and that's exactly what they needed. A response right before half. That's going to give them a little bit of confidence. Plus, I do believe the Sidewinders starved the ball to start the second half, so getting points on the board is helpful, especially with how hot this Sidewinders offense has been. And now going for 2. We've alluded to maybe a little bit of a kicking trouble they have, so once again, going to elect not to send a kicker out. And Curry in the backfield, running back to his left, 3 wide receiver, trip set on the right. Curry's going to take it, look to throw, scramble right. He just going to decide to use his legs, which I think was the smart decision, and Curry's going to bring it in for the 2-point conversion, and now the Hawks fighting back a little bit. Now 22-35. We'll
We got 9 seconds left.
Yeah, that was perfect. They took pretty much that whole rest of the time off the clock, and now the Sidewinders most likely just going to let the clock run out, take it to half. Still up a pretty good chunk of points, but that was a huge touchdown there by the Hawks to cut into the deficit, and now we'll see what this second half has in store for us, but 9 seconds left to go. Maybe where the Sidewinders may want to try to return this, but if I'm the Hawks, I'm not letting them do that. But it is a kickoff, so you can't kick it out of bounds. Maybe just kick it short.
Yeah, and even though the Hawks have been down this entire first half, even when the Sidewinders score, the Hawks aren't. Oh, they kicked.
They go onside. The man who didn't receive the ball gets lit up, and the man who does pick up the ball gets a huge chunk of yards. That's actually maybe worst case for the Hawks, who the Sidewinders have got a pretty good kicker in Singh. He's been good so far tonight, and now he's probably going to get to go out on the field and attempt what's roughly going to be a 45-yard field goal. We'll see if they do that or how aggressive they play. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't try, but interesting enough, Howell is going to come onto the field.
Yeah, that kick happened so fast. It looks like they were still huddled, and then all of a sudden, I see a quick run to the ball and kick, and they're going.
It's something that they've banned in the NFL, and now you have to declare onsides. But still, college and high school, people like to get a little bit tricky with those onsides, coming out of the huddle and just kicking the ball. Howell's going to look downfield. He needs to get the ball out of his hands. Get out of, and wow, that's going to be the end of this half, and finds his man number 18, Dylan White, but unable to break the tackles, and that's going to be the end of the first half. We really appreciate you being here. It's been a good game so far. Sidewinders up 35-22, and we will rejoin you guys at the start of the second half. We really appreciate you being here. Stay tuned.
Kenny Dillingham's success at Arizona State has brought national attention. Now with openings at LSU and Penn State, questions arise as whether Kenny will be the head coach of the future for the Sun Devils. Dillingham was hired by Arizona State in November 2022, becoming the youngest head coach in the Power 5 at the time. In less than 2 seasons, he's brought renewed energy to the program, with a fast-paced offense and a clear culture of development. That success has naturally made him a target for speculation as powerhouse programs like LSU and Penn State look for their next leader.
Your picture's on the top of an athletic article today speculating of LSU and Penn State. So have you told your agent, don't listen to anybody, don't answer? Do you listen? Where's your role in future openings?
I'm trying to win as many games as I can here. That is my number one focus, is our players, our football team, everything about us. That's simple. Like, I am so singularly focused on us to win football games, to become a better football team, this season. Like, that's my singular focus.
It was a short but careful answer. He didn't deny interest outright, but he did emphasize his commitment to his team. Dillingham signed a multi-year contract extension earlier this year that keeps him in Tempe through 2029. Raising his salary to roughly $5.8 million per year, and including a significant buyout clause. That deal places him among the highest paid coaches in the Big 12 and gives Arizona State financial leverage if any other programs come calling. Still, his name continues to appear in national coaching conversations, and with the market heating up, those questions aren't going away anytime soon. He says his focus is on this season, but as the carousel continues to spin, expect his name to stay in the mix. I'm Adam Maggard reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, folks. J.R. Lambright here. Where a single rivalry is essential to low, simmering discontent. This isn't just a game in the Piney Woods. This is proverbial Piney Woods pugilism. Probably the oldest grudge in the 409 area code. It started in 1922 Silsbee versus Jasper. 50 miles of East Texas asphalt separates these two towns, but the distance in heart, that's measured in generations. Both are 4A Division II royalty. Built on history and hunger, the Jasper Bulldogs carry a powerful tradition, 53 total playoff appearances, a legacy of dominance you can feel in the stands. But tradition only buys you so much, because right now the momentum is all Tiger Gold. The Silsbee Tigers have been operating on a different clock. They've posted wins in the matchup from 2015 to last year. That kind of success doesn't just happen. It's a relentless machine. So what happens when historical prestige runs headfirst into recent raw power? When a rivalry so fierce that locals say there is no love lost between the two takes the field for somewhere above the 80th time? It's simple. It is a generational contract written in blood, sweat, and astroturf. It's a war fought one Friday night every year, defining the identity of these communities until the next year.
Blessing Frazier reporting for Varsity Sports. Now fall is in full swing, and with that comes the NBA. The NBA started their first official week of the season last week, and fans are excited after a long summer to see their favorite players. But some of their favorite players are on the bench. Several headline names are either being managed carefully with minute restrictions or sidelined with injuries as team tried to navigate a long season. In New Orleans, Zion Williamson is out with a bone contusion in his foot and being listed day to day as the Pelicans monitor this issue. Out in California, the Lakers veteran LeBron James is sidelined, being violated with a multi-week timeline. James has been speculated to be in his last couple of seasons, so he's being monitored carefully. In Boston, Jason Tatum remains out as he recovers related to his right Achilles repair from last season. And most recently, Minnesota's explosive guard Anthony Edwards is expected to miss roughly 2 weeks with a right hamstring strain. Well, these aren't the only players. A handful of other rotation players around the league are being managed carefully in these early days of the season. Coaches are balancing short-term decisions with the long season ahead, and they're prioritizing long-term availability over one-game heroics. There's a lot of new talent to look out for as we monitor and slowly hope for the return for these superstars. For Varsity Sports reporting, my name is Blessing Frazier.
Hello everybody, my name is Antonio Gutierrez here with the Varsity Sports Show. And today I'll be talking some Copper Canyon football in their game against North Canyon on October 24th. A game that saw seniors Mark Enriquez and Jeremiah Adams-Curry show out on both sides of the ball.
Jeremiah Adams-Curry recorded his team-leading 21st sack of the season, which puts him 7th nationally in sacks, while also forcing a fumble in the contest as well.
Jeremiah Adams-Curry forcing that ball out. He's just everywhere right now.
On the offensive side, it was the Mark Enriquez show. He found the end zone 4 times, showing off his elite open field elusiveness and speed.
Parker gonna hand it off to Enriquez. Enriquez breaks one tackle and he's going off the races at the 40, at the 50. Look at that guy go. At the 30, at the 20, at the 10. Touchdown, Mark Enriquez.
To go along with it all, he also had over 250 rushing yards and brought his total to just under 1,000 on the season.
And that's another touchdown. 1, 2, 3 touchdowns for Mark Enriquez in the first half. Humble, but this time going to be handoff to Enriquez, who goes right up the middle, and he's going to have some room at the 30, at the 25, at the 20. Mark Enriquez gets the back on the board for the Aztecs. Touchdown, Copper Canyon.
The combination of Jeremiah Adams-Curry and Mark Enriquez has been a key reason to why Copper Canyon is having one of the best seasons in school history. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Antonio Gutierrez.
Versus Liberty proved to be a game that a lot of people were surprised of the result. Coming in, Brophy College Prep had all the hype because of their touted NFL alumni, and rightfully so. Even though they've been 4-4 on the year, they've played good games. Their offense has scored a lot of points, but it proved at Liberty on the road to be a tough environment for Brophy as they lost 38-3, and now Brophy's in a situation where they're 4-4. They're going to make the playoffs, but they're not quite having the season that they thought they would have. But on the other side of the token, Liberty, they're rolling, they're 7-1, and they're looking like a team that's not only poised to make a run in the Arizona high school football rankings, but they're looking like a team that could potentially win a championship. When you look at the game from start to finish, at first it looked like Brophy was going to be able to hang in there. They got a couple stops, but Liberty's offense proved to be too much. Liberty's talent all across the board proved to be too much. Even though Brophy had all the big names, even though Brophy had all the hype, even though Liberty was known to have a good team, Liberty did a good job on both sides of the football in all phases as they look to continue their dominance in Arizona high school football, and Brophy looks to bounce back this weekend.
My name is Devin Blankenship. I'm an intern with the Varsity Sports Show, and in today's video, I want to talk about how the untimely injury to Cam Scadaboo has shaken up the Offensive Rookie of the Year race. Scadaboo was off to a really electric start to his rookie campaign. He had over 400 yards and 5 touchdowns after earning the starting job close to around week 3. However, due to the injury, there are many names that are starting to rise in the Offensive Rookie of the Year race, such as Jackson Dart, who is Cam Scadaboo's quarterback, or was before the injury. Jackson Dart is a true dual threat quarterback. He does it on the ground, he does it with his arms, and he is just an overall playmaker. The next name I want to make a case for is Emeka Egbuka, the star wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay receiving corps has been dealing with a lot of injuries. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, who are huge names in the NFL world, are both down with injuries, and Emeka Egbuka is really starting to form into that true wide receiver one for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Devin Blankenship with the Varsity Sports Show.
Hi everyone, this is Patrick Cohn with the Varsity Sports Show. I'm so excited to bring you guys yet another video recap. I really enjoy doing this for you guys. This week, I'm going to be talking about the current standings for the Big 12 Conference football and talking to you guys about which teams so far are bowl eligible. So as of week 9 of the college football season for 2025, there are six teams in the Big 12 Conference that are bowl eligible for this season. They include BYU, Cincinnati, Houston, Texas Tech, TCU, and Utah. All 6 of these programs have been phenomenal so far this season. Unfortunately, Arizona has not yet become bowl eligible. They need to have at least 2 more wins in order to be bowl eligible. As per the NCAA rules, you have to have 6 wins in order to become bowl eligible. So if Arizona can beat Colorado next week and then beat Kansas the following week, they should be bowl eligible as well. So again, all 6 of these programs in the Big 12 Conference are very dominant, very aggressive on both their offense and defense, and this is the main reason why they are bowl eligible this season. They are the reason why these 6 programs are bowl eligible this season. It should be very exciting. The Big 12 Conference should be well represented in bowl season, and hopefully 1 or 2 of the teams, mostly BYU and possibly Cincinnati or Houston, should make a good run in the college football playoff. Thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.
Ottawa University of Arizona, better known as OUAZ, is off to one of its best starts in program history. The Spirit are 6-0 after dominant wins over teams like Langston, Texas College, and their rival, Arizona Christian. And now they head into the bye week and currently sit at number 12 in the NAIA rankings. The secret behind their success? Discipline. But for this team, that word means more than just following rules. It's about building character on and off the field.
Everything we do, it's not just focused on beating whoever we're playing next. Obviously, that's important, but it's focused on making us good to beat everybody, and values like discipline, which are really valuable on the field, but also are very, very valuable as a man and as a husband and as a father. And so, instilling those values in us, like discipline, are taught to us through the field and through the X's and O's, but they're instilled in here and not just up here.
But it's not just the discipline. Rather, the high standard the team has set for themselves this season.
A lot of places, like if you lose one game, it's an amazing season. Like to this program, if you lose one game, it's like the worst season.
These practices and that mentality helped lift Ottawa University to their 6th win, going undefeated right here at Spirit Field against Arizona Christian University, one of their longtime rivals.
For Varsity Sports Show, Andrew Neeram reporting.
All right, everybody, my name is Heaven Cook here, reporting live for Varsity Sports. Please excuse my voice, I am currently under the weather, but that's not going to stop me from doing my topic today. I want to talk about investigations. We've been seeing a lot of investigations going on, but right now I want to talk about the Baltimore Ravens being under investigation for Lamar Jackson's injury. Now, the Baltimore Ravens are under NFL investigation following confusion over quarterback Lamar Jackson's injury status. Jackson, sidelined with a hamstring issue, was intentionally listed as a full participant in Friday's practice. However, the team later revised that to limited participation, saying he only practiced with the scout team. Now, under league rules, players who participate only in scout teams reps must be listed as limited, not full. The NFL says it's reviewing the Ravens' reporting and could issue fines and other penalties, depending on what they find. Now, I don't know if you guys saw the interview, but Coach Harbaugh said that it was an honest mistake, emphasizing that there was no intention to mislead the public or anything. But unfortunately, Lamar will be hopefully back soon, 100% healthy. But it definitely leads to a lot of mistakes happening on that end. Also with the opposite team preparing for Lamar Jackson and not for their backup quarterback, Tyler Huntley. But in the meantime, I really wonder what does this mean for them, and hopefully this doesn't happen again. This is my topic, and I hope you guys enjoy my story.
It was supposed to be an exciting time for the NBA as the 2025-2026 regular season got underway last week. Unfortunately, an NBA scandal involving widespread game fixing and ties to organized crime led to the October 2025 arrest of Portland Trail Blazers coach Chauncey Billups, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, and former player and coach Damon Jones. The federal investigation resulted in 2 separate indictments involving more than 30 people involved. Prosecutors allege Rozier, Jones, and others used non-public information from players and coaches to place wagers on NBA games. A second indictment of charges against Billups and Jones charged them with participating in a high-stake poker game and scheme run by the mafia crime families. Advanced cheating technology was allegedly used to defraud victims out of millions of dollars. The NBA has placed both Billups and Rozier on non-paid leave pending the outcome of the investigation. We will have to wait and see what the investigation leads to. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ryan Gaylord.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dane Palmer, and today I'm talking about some Arizona high school football. Friday nights are electric, but the real season starts right now. The AIA Arizona High School Football Playoffs are about to get underway. Getting into the playoffs and understanding where your team stands can be a little bit tricky, so buckle up. I'm going to try to break it down for you the best I can. First off, the core AIA rankings. Unlike some states, Arizona uses a pretty interesting ranking system to determine the playoff spots and seeding of these teams. The ranking is calculated by the Arizona Interscholastic Association, the AIA, and it's powered by an algorithm that considers a few major factors. Number one, and arguably the most important, win-loss record. Pretty simple, winning matters. Number two, strength of schedule. Who you played is just as important. And how many people you beat who also have good schedules is important as well. Beating a top-ranked team is a little more important than beating a lower-ranked team. And number three, the results of your opponents. Yes, this formula goes that deep, but the goal is simple. Ensure that the most deserving teams make the single elimination tournament. Now, let's talk about the different conferences. Playoff structure varies by conference, generally based on school size, from 1A being the smallest and 6A being the biggest. 1A and 3A use a smaller bracket, typically 12 or 16 teams, with some region champions earning an automatic bid and the rest filling out the field based on the AIA rankings. 4A and 5A are conferences that often feature larger 24-team brackets where the top 8 teams get a coveted first-round bye based solely on their overall AIA ranking. Now let's talk about the elite, the open division. This is Arizona and the AIA's way of creating what they believe to be a true super state championship. The open division pulls the top 12 teams regardless of conference, often primarily being from 6A and 5A, sometimes 4A, but based on the overall AIA rankings. The top 4 open teams get a bye into the quarterfinals. Teams ranked 5 through 12 play a first round game, and the winners advance into the open bracket. But here's the key: the losers of the open first round games drop down into their respective 6A, 5A, or 4A playoff brackets. This unique structure ensures that the state's very best play each other for the open state championship, while those who don't advance still have a shot at their conference title due to the competition they're going to be facing in that open bracket. In short, win to boost your rankings, keep your strength of schedule high, and you'll find yourself on the way to the AIA playoffs, whether it's an automatic bid, a high seed, or a spot in the elite open division. It's all about proving you belong. So good luck to all the teams on the road to the state championship or region championships this season. I hope this helps simplify things for you just a little bit. Once again, my name is Dane Palmer.
And we are back. Welcome back to second half coverage of this heated matchup between the Sonoran Sidewinders and the Gila River Hawks. We're going to take a quick halftime report from our lovely reporter on the field.
Blessing Frazier here for Varsity Sports with your halftime report, where the Sonoran Sidewinders are actually up 35-22. Now, they've been on fire with 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, 2 in the second, and running back Michael Anthony actually making 2 of those touchdowns. And what seems to be working for them is that team camaraderie and sportsmanship and that team spirit on the sidelines. After every amazing play, you hear the team currently cheering on their teammates, and the spirit down here is just amazing. Now for Gila River, Christian Harvey is the one to beat. He actually has 3 touchdowns, all of the touchdowns so far for Gila River. Now if both teams are able to bounce back on defense, it'll be a tough battle back here in Glendale. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Blessing. That's it's been a good game so far, and now second half, Sidewinders set to receive once again, or not once again, but set to receive the second half kickoff. Already up a good amount, but the Hawks with a clutch touchdown to end the first half, able to keep it close. Now, big man boots it. He kicks it a long one, and it looks like they're going to field it. Wow, that's a surprising play there, but it's fielded, and it looks like it was a good move. He's going to get all the way up to the 45 and tackle from behind. That was a good run there by number 25. I believe that was number 25. No, I guess it wasn't. I'm not sure who that was, but a great return That was 25. That was Torrey Gray, the running back. He's had a good night and a little bit of a questionable decision to return that, but ends up paying off. Takes it all the way from the end zone all the way up to the 49-yard line of the Sidewinders. So pretty favorable field position to start. But out comes Darling on this drive. So we saw them swap it up on the drive before, but now on the past few drives actually. But now Darling back out there. He started the game hot. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. There are also 5 drives, 5 touchdowns. We'll see if they can continue that streak. Now Darling going to give it to his running back, number 27, Isaiah Trejos, who makes a nice run up the middle, gets some good blocking by that offensive line that's been strong tonight, and picks up a first down. Sidewinders. So a good start for the Sidewinders.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Trejos yet today, so seeing him here in the third quarter could be really big.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Darling once again in the backfield, this time once again with Trejos to his right. It's an interesting swap. We have not seen Trejos out tonight, but one run, one good run too. And they're going to give it back to him again. He cuts up. Oh, actually, never mind. Darling's going to keep it himself. Runs up the right side, breaks the tackle, and he's still fighting, and the ball comes loose. And it looks like it was recovered by the Hawks. That could be huge. And it is. The refs rule. Hawks recover the ball on a fumble by Darling on a play that looked like he was going to break a big one. Ends up coughing up the football at the end of the play. And the Hawks take advantage, recover the ball, and now that was exactly what the Hawks defense needed. They've struggled all night, and this second half team that's been so good in the second half all season starts out hot with a fumble recovery and a forced fumble on Darling. And now the Hawks offense, they found a little life towards the end of that first half. We'll see if they can continue their success here.
Oh, when they got that ball back, when they got that forced fumble, you just saw the environment of the Gila River Hawks just explode out of excitement. Like this, again, we talked about it's the little things that really can bring your team back to life, and I think we're seeing it here right now with the offense.
Yes, absolutely. And now, once again, Curry is going to be in at quarterback. He's been very successful tonight. They're going to give it to number 1. That is Williams, who picks up a few yards on the play and sets up a more manageable second down here. 2nd and 6 roughly on the play. Now, good start for the Hawks. A little bit of momentum, and now it'll be interesting to see if they go to the air. They've been pretty successful with Curry going to the air, and we'll see if they can maybe complete their first catch of the half and maybe get a little bit of rhythm / momentum. That's what they need, especially after that momentum-changing fumble by Darling. Now Curry in the backfield, running back to his left. He's going to take it himself. He's going to dump it to his running back. That's Williams once again, who tries to break out of the tackle, but unable to, losing 4 yards roughly on the play. So that's going to set him up for the 3rd and 10. Good defense there by the Sidewinders. Now 3rd and long for the Hawks, who got a little bit of a break with that fumble. Now drive stalling. We'll see if they can somehow convert here.
Yeah, the Sidewinders have a very strong defense here, and we've seen it all game. And for the Hawks right now, they really need to be able to break through that defense, or Curry needs to be able to throw and have somebody there and catch it and then run it out of this sticky situation that they're in, 3 and 10.
Yeah, I definitely expect them to go to the air here. Curry in the shotgun formation, running back to his right. We'll most likely see him go to the air, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to look up the left side, nowhere to go. Gets out of – oh, that's super unfortunate. Had a man, little overthrown. It looked like he was going to be sacked, targeting Angel Perez, but unfortunately off the hands of Angel Perez, a little high, and out comes the punt team for the Hawks after that fumble recovery to start the second half. Now 3 minutes into the second half, we've seen a little bit of chaos by both teams. And now punting out of their own end zone are the Hawks. We'll see if they can boot one far down the field or maybe decide to kick it out of bounds to avoid letting the Sidewinders get a return here that could be pretty favorable given that they are punting out of the end zone. And it's been a rare occasion to see the punt team out tonight. Both teams not punting very much, but this time getting a punt. And something I didn't key to on that Darling fumble, that ends the Sidewinders streak of 5 drives, 5 touchdowns. Now 5 of 6, still a very good ratio. I mean, if you were playing basketball and you were shooting 5 of 6, you'd be pretty happy. That's a good percentage. And luckily for the Sidewinders, after the fumble, able to recover, play some good defense, and force the Hawks to kick out of the back of their own end zone. And they are able to get the punt off. And it looks like it is going to be fielded, but fair catch by number 2, CJ Williams. And the Sidewinders going to start this their second drive of this second half at the Hawks 35-yard line. So favorable field position.
Absolutely. And talking about how they have been, they ended their streak of 5 and 5, so now they're 5 and 6, which is still great going into the third quarter. I mean, the Sidewinders have shown themselves both on offense and defense. Defense, they're able to stop the Hawks, and even though that the Hawks are down, they find their way to the end zone sometimes, able to make it, able to get that touchdown. If not, the Sidewinders defense is really strong and able to stop them.
Yeah, the Sidewinders defense has played well tonight, and they did once again on that last possession for the Hawks. And now, after the Darling fumble, out comes William Howell, who had success on the one drive that he was the leader last half. We'll see if he can continue his success. Running back behind him in the shotgun position is Howell, standing at 6'5", a big body out there. The tallest man on that offense. We'll see if he can maybe get a drive going here for the Sidewinders. They're going to give it to the running back to start the drive, who gets a nice run up the left side, still fighting, carrying 4 defenders with him. That was number 32, Michael Anthony, who has had a good night tonight, continues his success. That was a very physical run there, carrying defenders with him and able to pick up a good chunk of yards and first down for the Sidewinders. But, yeah, it's been a good game for the Sidewinders offense, probably the most efficient I've seen all year for them. And they once again look like they're going to continue this efficiency. Driving the first drive, unfortunate fumble. Now Howell finds themselves around that same position at the 18-yard line. He's going to look to throw up the right side, little behind his man, number 4, on the slant route, Aiden Sullivan. Unfortunately unable to catch it, but a flag does fly in. And now we will wait to see what this call is. It could be favorable.
Flag is being waved off.
And the flag is actually waved off, so that is just going to bring up a 2nd and 10 here for the Sidewinders after that incomplete catch targeting number 4, Aiden Sullivan. I like those slant routes. They're always tough, though. Receivers are a little scared to get lit up, and unfortunately that time just a little behind the receiver, and unfortunately Sullivan unable to bring it down. Now Howell out of the shotgun, going to motion a man to his left, and going to give it to his running back. Once again, that's Anthony, who's going to cut up the field, up the middle. There's a flag that flies, most likely a holding, but a good run by Anthony up to around the line to gain. But we will see if this stands with the flags on the field as we await a call from the ref. Most likely coming back, and it looks like they're already starting to walk back, but still waiting for the refs to say anything. CJ Williams just checked in, the wide receiver, very small, 5'8".
Number 52. First down.
Wow, the call is a personal foul on the Hawks, so that's actually going to help the Sidewinders out. That's going to give them a first down. And now just a few yards to go. Sidewinders once again knocking on the door to the end zone. We'll see if they can finish off this drive with 6. And a fresh set of downs after the penalty. But it was already a good run. It was going to be near the first down. Now, guaranteed first down. Howell in the shotgun. Going to motion a man to his left. Going to give it to Anthony, who takes it. Tripped up, but able to put his arm down and keep fighting and get into the end zone for a touchdown. Anthony's, I believe that's maybe his second or touchdown of the night.
It's his
And it's
third.
actually his third. Anthony having a night for the Sidewinders, and the Sidewinders put another 6 points on the board. Actually, penalty, but that is going to stand. So touchdown Sidewinders. And the Sidewinders start the second half good after the little mistake on the first drive with the fumble. Defense steps up, gives the offense another shot, and the offense does not disappoint and gets the ball into the end zone. And now I believe we're going to see Singh out there once again. He's been good tonight. 4 for 4 on extra points. 5 for 5, sorry. And now looking to make it 6 for 6. And 7 drives for the Sidewinders tonight. 6 touchdowns. It's been a good night. Trying to get a last-minute substitution in. Going to have to just pull him out. And out. We await the extra point attempt by Singh, who gets the ball up, and it looks like it is good, and it is. And that's going to put the Sidewinders up 42-22 on the Hawks, who defense has struggled a little bit tonight and continue to struggle, but not given the greatest situation after the Hawks were forced to punt out of their own end zone. And now Hawks are going to need to answer here. Down pretty big, down 20 points here. Nearly a 3-score game. We'll see if the Hawks can maybe put some points on the board and cut down on this deficit.
The Hawks do like to answer back pretty fast after the Sidewinders scoring, and we've seen in the first quarter and the second quarter they've only kept it a 2-touchdown game. So now we are 3 touchdown games. We're down by 20, but if they keep up the pace of what they've been doing all night, I could see the Hawks scoring here. They have 3 great quarterbacks that they like to use.
You're absolutely right, and that was a little onside fielded nicely by the Hawks. That was number 9, I want to say. A little bit of extracurricular activity after the play, fielded by Jaden Kalinowski, who's had a good night tonight. And we'll see what this penalty, who it ends up being on. But a little bit of extracurricular seems to be a trend in these games. And once again, it's going to hurt one of these teams. And most likely it's going to be the Sidewinders. But here we go.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 15, 15-yard penalty, and first down.
And that is going to be a personal foul against the Sidewinders. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. So now Hawks find themselves in better field position than before, up at the 49, 50-yard line of the Sidewinders. So in the opponent's territory now after that penalty, after the play was over. And Hawks getting a little bit of a break here. We'll see if they can capitalize on it. A little bit of a last-minute sub as they take out Angel Perez. May have had too many men on the field, so good call there to get him out of the huddle. And now it looks like maybe a timeout. Yes, timeout Hawks. And we will take a short break and rejoin you guys shortly. We appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you shortly.
HJCAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, HJCAC has you covered. Call HJCAC, AAPAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter coverage of this match between the Gila Riverhawks and the Sonoran Sidewinders. Abigail, it's been a good first half. Now second half, already a score on the board for the Sidewinders. Hawks driving after that penalty to start the drive. We'll see if they can capitalize here up at the 49-yard line. In the backfield is Curry, who's been their starter for a minute here, looking for number 3, and he catches it, but out of bounds, unfortunately. And actually, he dropped it, but nearly a good catch there by Washington, but unable to keep it in bounds. A little bit of a...
Almost taking out our camera crew down there.
Yeah, I didn't even see that, but yes, they almost took out our camera crew. A little bit of a missed throw there by Curry, a little too far to the sideline. And now 2nd and 10, Hawks looking to get points on the board and cut down on this deficit. We'll see if they can do so. Curry once again in at quarterback with number 1. That is Jared Williams, to his right. Another running back to his left. Curry's going to take it, fake the run, throws it out to the left side, has a man who picks up a good amount of yards there, nearly 5 yards on that play, and that's going to soften up this third down. Now around a 3rd and 5. We'll see what the Hawks come up with, trying to keep this drive alive.
Noticing in this game that the Sidewinders, once the Hawks have the ball, we noticed that after the play is finished, the Sidewinders kind of get themselves a couple penalties that help the Hawks in a sense. But if it's up to the Hawks offense if they're able to use that advantage. So sometimes they're able to, and sometimes they just aren't able to get it.
Curry out of the shotgun, gives it to his running back. That is, I believe, number 1, Jared Williams, but I could be incorrect about that. And was Jared Williams, who gets near the line to gain, but unfortunately not quite enough, just about a yard short. And now the Hawks most likely going to go for it here. Offense remains on the field. We'll see what they cook up here. If it were me, I would just run a quarterback sneak. It seems to work pretty well, but they're going to come out of shotgun. So interesting formation with only a yard needed. Might be a screen pass. But they are going to give it to number 1 again. That's Jared Williams, who is going to get really close, and it looks like initial spot is going to be enough, and it is going to be enough. So first down, Hawks. Drive continues. A little bit scary there. Drive nearly stalling, but able to recover thanks to the legs of Jared Williams, who able to get just enough for the first down.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Jared Williams today from the Hawks, collecting 3 of their touchdowns. And we've seen him time after time using those legs, getting around, just being in the perfect spot for whatever quarterback is out there. We've seen a lot of the duo of Curry and Williams here tonight, especially in the second and the third quarter.
You're absolutely correct. Once again, Curry in the shotgun, 2 running back set. They've run this formation a lot tonight. Curry is going to give it to his running back, who is able to get just up to the line of scrimmage, maybe a tiny bit more. That was number 26, Juan Archuleta, who makes a decent run there, able to at least get back to the line of scrimmage, and now 2nd and 10. It looks like they're just going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. We will see what the Hawks decide to do here now, looking to probably try to shorten this first down marker, and we'll see if they can do so. Curry once again going to be in shotgun, 2 running back set. Curry's going to take it. He's going to look to throw. He's going to drop back. Pressure comes, rolling to his right, just has to throw it away. No receiver in the area, but able to get out of the pocket and get it past the line of scrimmage, so no intentional grounding there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Hawks.
Now, knowing that we've seen how the Hawks play in these 3 quarters, you're 3 and 10. If you were Curry, what would you decide to do here?
3rd and 10. I don't know. I feel like you try to get it to your best player. They've had a lot of success with Perez tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go back to him. On the left side is Perez by himself. Curry out of the shotgun once again, running back to his left. They are going to look to throw. Curry has time, looks to his right, has a man who gets absolutely blown up. That's number 9, Kalinowski, who makes a great catch, especially with that contact he took after, and a flag flies in. Now, awaiting to see what this call is. Is it going to take back this good play by the Hawks, or is this going to add to it? They may call a hit on an offensive receiver, but I don't know if I would say that was a hit on an offensive receiver. I'm not quite sure what this call is going to be. And it looks like it is going to be against the Hawks. Okay, and that's what I thought. They are just going to waive off the penalty. And that's going to be enough for a first down for the Hawks. That was a big conversion there. Able to find his man, Kalinowski, when it matters most. Kalinowski, not a tall guy, but looked tall, has a good vert, able to get up high and snatch that ball that was a little above his head.
And able to keep in contact with that ball, too, even after the sidewinder was able to literally sidewind him.
Literally. And now, once again, Curry out of the backfield, going to look to throw. Looking up the left side, has a man on a nice route, and he does catch it. That was Angel Perez. We talked about him just a second ago. This time, getting the touchdown. Great route there by Angel Perez. Faked out the defender. Looked like he was going to do a comeback. Ends up just taking back off down the field. And well-run play there for the Hawks, getting the ball in the end zone. And once again, fighting, cutting down on this Sidewinders lead. And now, once again, they'll probably go for 2. They have not even tried to kick tonight. And yep, that is exactly what they're going to do. Out comes Curry and the offense once again to try to get 2 more points on the board and cut the lead down to 12. And we will see if they can do that right here. Curry in shotgun. He has Jared Williams, the running back, to his left. 2 wide receivers set on the right side. Curry's going to look to throw up the left side, and it looks like there was pass interference, and a flag is going to fly, so that is most likely going to be a PI on the Sidewinders and give the Hawks another chance after that incompletion.
Well, while they get situated, we talked about it earlier that even...
And unfortunately, the ref mic not great there, but I believe they either called holding or pass interference. They did call holding on the defense, so that is going to give the Sidewinders another opportunity now at like the 1 or 2 yard line. Most likely just going to give it to the man, Jared Williams, who's to his left. But we will see here. Curry in shotgun. Williams to his left. He is going to throw it. Looks for Williams. Doesn't have him, and he hits his man on a slant route. That was once again Angel Perez getting the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
This was a really big play for them. Like as I was saying earlier, we talked about it at the beginning of the 3rd quarter that even though the Hawks are down this entire game, they only keep it to 2 possessions. And that's exactly what they did here. It took them a little bit of time. They kind of got stuck around the 50-yard line, but they were able to bring it down, find their guys, find Angel Perez, especially in that touchdown catch and that 2-point conversion catch. So he has been a star here in the 3rd quarter. Now with 6 minutes and 13 seconds left. And so they're able to cut down some time. makes the Sidewinders kind of force it out but then you want to see a strong defense from the Hawks and potentially kind of close this gap that we have seen this entire game as the Sidewinders are up 42-30.
You're absolutely right. This is where the Hawks have struggled a little bit. They have been good at cutting this lead down to 2 scores, but every time they look like they might be able to cut down on it, their defense gives up a touchdown to the Sidewinders. So now, hoping for a big defensive stop. Off goes the ball, though, fielded by the Sidewinders. That's number 2, C.J. Williams, who makes a cut back up the right side, and he's got a little bit of space, still making some moves, and he fights all the way up to the 38-yard line of the Hawks, and that is not what the Hawks needed there.
Yeah, and there are plays like this that we've seen where, again, that defense and the special teams of the Hawks really need to get into play and help them out. And we've seen that the Sidewinders' offense and defense is extremely strong and very well at what they do.
Yeah, Sidewinders firing on all cylinders tonight. Special teams, offense, defense. And now in very favorable field position are the Sidewinders with Howell coming in as quarterback once again for this second drive in a row. And the Hawks need a stop here. We'll see if they can get that in the pistol formation, a rare formation. And a little bit of a World Series update. The Dodgers just closed the game out. So congratulations to them, and they're going to give it to the running back, number 25, Torrey Gray, who's had a good game. Not able to find too many yards there. Good job by the Hawks defense, able to hold him to a very minimal gain.
Yeah, 2 very big games going on tonight. If you're a Dodgers fan, it's been neck and neck. But also, if you're a Sidewinder fan, you've also have known that this game is super huge too. Slowly ending their season here, getting ready for playoffs, while baseball is ending, going into their off season.
A lot of sports going into playoffs. Well, at least football-wise, and they're going to give it here on to the running back Gray, who carries a defender with him for a few extra yards. Good run, nice and physical. Unfortunately, defender comes down a little hurt, but that is going to be an injury timeout. So we're going to take a quick break, and we will rejoin you shortly.
Hey fans, Vince with the Varsity Sports Show. You've had the rest. Now treat yourself to the best Japanese grill in Arizona. It's the Boss. Boss Bachi Japanese Grill in Mesa. Grilled shrimp, steak, and all the best veggies with or without a twist of spice. Sure to please everyone. Dine in or take out. Located at University and Country Club in Mesa. Open daily. 602-859-3759. The Boss. Boss Bachi. Hablamos Español.
Welcome back for varsity sports coverage of this game between the Sonoran Sidewinders and the Gila River Hawks. Good to see the defender get up there after getting injured and walking off on his own. Now, Sidewinders driving 3rd and 7, though. This is a big stop here if the Hawks can get it. And they are going to give it. No, just kidding. Howell's going to keep it himself. And he's going to roll to his right and find his man, and that's going to get all the way to the first down, and then a face mask on the tackle, so that's going to add another 15. Not a great situation there for the Hawks. And nice play there by the receiver, able to use his speed to get the outside edge and pick up a good chunk of yards, and that face mask is going to help them. So, and actually they called it a horse collar, but similar. Going to add another 15, and now the Sidewinders in very good field position all the way up at the 14-yard line of the Hawks. Not looking good for the Hawks defense, who have really struggled against this Sidewinders offense. We'll see if they can maybe get a turnover. That would be huge. And once again, Howell in the backfield, Gray to his right. Gonna motion a man, that's number 2, CJ Williams to his right. Howell's gonna take it, drop back, pressure comes in. It looks like he's gonna get sacked, and he is, and he keeps going backwards. Wow, that was exactly what the Hawks needed. That's gonna back him up quite a bit. We'll see where they ruled forward progress, but looks like they're gonna spot it at the. Okay, yeah, they're gonna bring it up a little bit. They're not gonna take it back that far, and it's gonna get up to around the 25-yard line of the Hawks.
Now that was some good defense on the Hawks there, able to push them back, get them a little bit a ways now that they're on the 25-yard line.
Yeah, nice 10-yard sack there. You gotta love that if you're the Hawks. Now going to give it to the running back, Gray, who has a lot of space up the middle of the field and gets all the way up to around the 5-yard line. Great run there by Gray. After finding themselves in 2nd and 20, Gray picks up much more than 20 yards on that run and puts the Sidewinders once again knocking on the goal line of the Hawks, and the Hawks defense continues to struggle. And now Howell's going to take it himself on a sneak and just walk right into the end zone. Touchdown Sidewinders, and the Sidewinders continue their offensive dominance, getting another 6 points on the board. Touchdown Howell using his legs, and now Singh will come out to kick the extra point and try to put the Sidewinders up 49-30, a very high-scoring match. If you could bet on these, the over would be smashing right now. But it actually looks like they might not be bringing Singh out there this time. They're going to bring out their secondary kicker. That's Gutierrez, number 80, and we'll see if he can knock it in. He's kicked once so far tonight. Wasn't the prettiest, but it did get through the uprights. We'll see if he can get another one up through the uprights right here. Snapped. The hold is good, and Gutierrez's kick looks much better than his first, right through the middle of the uprights, and now the Sidewinders find themselves up 19. Right now, score 49 Sidewinders, 30 Hawks. And now the Hawks offense will look to respawn and try to cut it back down to a 2-score game.
Yeah, Singh has been super busy here in this game today, going 6 for 6, kicking everything well right up the middle. So I think it was a safe bet to get their secondary kicker in. Not as great as Singh, but he has still been able to, Gutierrez has been able to kick 2 good kicks for the Sidewinders.
Yeah.
Gives Singh a little bit of break here after he's been extremely busy in the first and second quarter.
Yeah, and now interesting enough, Gutierrez who's been their kickoff person all night. It's actually going to be Singh this time kicking it off after giving Gutierrez that last extra point attempt.
So not much of a break, just a little.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Singh kicks it. It's a low one, and it's may have been touched by by the Hawks, but it's fielded by number 3, and he bounces it to the right side. Nice return there by Eric Washington, who's been pretty good tonight and able to pick up a few yards on that return after fielding it around the 20-yard line up to the 30-yard line approximately. And now the Hawks offense looking to respond. We'll see if they can do so.
Yeah, Washington and Hawkins haven't been able to have that return of the ball because the kicker doesn't quite reach them, but Washington was able to have that, get a little contact with the ball, run it to that left side of the field.
Yeah.
Get them in a good position around the 32-yard line here. We have the Hawks come back up. See if they can capitalize on anything here. They like to take their time, and they somehow get it into the end zone.
That's absolutely correct. Now, once again, I believe Curry is going to be there. Yep, he is. And he's going to dump it to his left to the receiver, number 0, Angel Perez, who had a big drive last drive, and this time unable to pick up any yards on the play, just able to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. So now 2nd and 10 for the Hawks. We'll see if they can get this drive rolling.
Yeah, Perez has been a favorite to Curry. That left side seems very comfortable for them over there. I always see them going in that direction.
Yeah, that's a good point. They like to get the ball out of Curry's hands fast on those type of plays, able to do that there. Unfortunately, for the Hawks, defense read it pretty well, able to tackle Perez after no gain, and now Curry in the backfield, once again in shotgun formation, running back to his left. Curry's going to look to throw, has a man, that's number 9, who was a little scared of the hit he was going to take. That's Kalinowski, and didn't secure the catch. Tried to look upfield, drops the ball. Unfortunate incompletion there, and now a long 3rd and 10 for the Hawks.
Yeah, we just talked about them getting comfortable on that left side, throwing it to the right side. Just wasn't quite there to catch it, Kalinowski, but we've called his name a lot tonight, and we know he's a great guy when it comes to these types of plays.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see. Maybe they go back to him, try to get him another chance to make up for it. But once again, Curry in the backfield, 2 running back set, probably just extra blockers. I would be highly surprised if they run it, and they are going to throw it. And they do go back to him, and this time just a little above his head. Unfortunate mistake there by Curry, just a little over his man, number 9, Kalinowski, who tried his hardest to get up to it, but unfortunately standing at 5'10", not able to get all the way up to the ball. And it looks like they are going to keep the offense out there. I don't blame them. Down pretty big, kind of need to put points on the board. So now 4th and 10. This is going to be a tough one, but we've seen them convert on long downs earlier in this game. We'll see if they can do that once again.
Yeah, just 10 yards to get a new set of downs here.
Yes, Curry in the backfield. Once again, going to look to throw. Protection is there, but he's going to roll to his right, and he's going to get sacked by the defense. Good play there by the Sidewinders, number 29. That's Jarrell Johnson. First time we've mentioned him tonight, making a big play there. Able to sack
Number 29, Jarrell Johnson.
Sack the quarterback, Curry, in the backfield. And now the Sidewinders is going to get the ball in very favorable position at around the 19-yard line of the Hawks. And now Hawks going to need the defense to step up, maybe get a turnover here would be huge.
Yeah, with this sack, that just gives the Sidewinders great fielding. I mean, they're on the 20-yard line. And with the way the offense of the Sidewinders has been, I could easily see them running it in right now, actually.
Yeah, their run game's been pretty good. This time, Darling out there. He's looking to throw, finds a man. That's number 2, CJ Williams, who is going to take it up the right side and into the end zone. And you were absolutely correct, Abigail. 1 play and a touchdown. So little bit of a nightmare for the Hawks, who unfortunately can't convert on that long 4th down. Now Sidewinders get the ball, first play, get it to their man CJ Williams, who takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. I believe his 2nd of the night, maybe. Despite that, no matter what, he's played good tonight, and Singh this time is going to come out for the extra point. He's been very efficient so far. We'll see if he can continue his streak. But slow to get this play run. We'll see. Looks like there's going to be a timeout, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll rejoin you shortly.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. Hey guys, Vince here from the Varsity Sports Show. Nothing beats a hometown touchdown, on the field and on the table. Join us at Zips or Goldies, where families, friends, and teams come together for great food. They make everything fresh, like their hearty burgers or irresistible focaccias. The restaurants are family friendly with a huge menu and plenty of seating. Goldie's Sports Cafe is in Scottsdale at Via Linda and Mountain View Road, and Zips Sports Grill has 14 Valley locations. Come hungry, see you soon at Zips or Goldies.
And welcome back. After the injury timeout, the Sidewinders find themselves looking to knock down this extra point and go up 56-30. A very high-scoring game for the Sidewinders, who have been ultra efficient throughout the whole entire game. We'll see if Singh can continue his streak and knock this one in, and it is up, and it is once again good. Singh continues his good night, and the Sidewinders continue theirs, up 56-30. Nice 26-point lead for the Sidewinders, and now the Hawks offense, who struggled, ready to retake the field once again.
Sonoran Sidewinders, 56.
Yeah, we could see Curry come back here as quarterback, trying to capitalize on who he is. Like that sack, just like we said, it was like we've seen on the field tonight. That's not the type of player he was. He wasn't. No one was open. Got caught by two Sidewinders right by him, and then just tackled by that in that 10-yard line. So seeing here, I think he definitely wants to, with that fire from the last possession, I definitely see him trying in the minute 26 left of the third quarter, and then it'll just tackle on to that fourth quarter.
And as we've seen all night, Singh kicks the extra points. Gutierrez comes out for the kickoff, vice versa. One or the other, and Gutierrez sends a low drive down to about the 20-yard line, and they struggle to field it. I'm not sure who got that ball. The refs are going to rule that the Sidewinders recover. Wow, that is a huge mistake by the Hawks, unable to come down with the kickoff, and the Sidewinders rally down the field and get on top of it, and now the Sidewinders offense back on the field once again.
Yeah, that was for the Hawks. That was who couldn't get the ball was Bryce Hawkins. Wasn't able to grab it, and the Sidewinders were just right there, right in the right place to get that ball back.
Yeah, an unfortunate mistake for Bryce Hawkins. He's had a really good night, and then that little bit of a mistake ends up costing the Hawks quite a bit, and now.
And normally he doesn't play on the right side. Normally we see Washington on the right side and Hawkins over on that left side. So a little bit of change in position also could.
Yeah, maybe that did play a little bit into it. And now a new face in a quarterback for the Sidewinders. That is going to be Eric Nieblus, number 16. We'll see what he can do here. So far, the Sidewinders have done well no matter who's in at quarterback. And now Nieblus' turn. We'll see if he can once again get another touchdown, and they're going to give it to Gray on the first drive, or on the first play of the drive, and Gray gets lit in the backfield by number 7 of the Hawks. That's Jerry Beck, who makes a nice tackle there on the outside edge, and that is a good start for the Hawks defense, a very physical play by number 7, Beck, and now 2nd and 10 for the Sidewinders.
Yeah, that clock is running down at 50 seconds here as they might try to get one more play in for the Sidewinders.
Yeah, 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Nieblus in shotgun with, I believe that is Gray to his right. Yes, it is. Man, a motion receiver to his right. Nieblus is going to step up in the pocket, and he's going to take it with his legs, and he picks up a good chunk of yards, nearly enough for the first down. Going to be just a few yards short, and the Sidewinders put themselves in good position once again.
Yeah, this is a new quarterback that we haven't seen yet, but he is also likes to use his legs, likes to run when he can, and it's smart too, as long as you just kind of slide down if you see some people kind of running at you. But that is the end of the third quarter. We are now entering the last quarter of the game, the last 12 minutes here. We have the Hawks up 56. Oh, sorry, the Sidewinders up 56-30. And I can only imagine what we're going to see here.
You're absolutely correct. But we're going to take a quick break before the start of this fourth quarter, and we'll be back very shortly.
Hey everyone, I'm Jorge Anuajardo, your play-by-play broadcaster for Viva Varsity, the brand new Spanish broadcast of the Varsity Sports Show. We're here to fuel your love for the game, bring you exclusive interviews, and celebrate every play right alongside you. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Viva Varsity for highlights, behind-the-scenes moments, and everything happening on and off the field. This is Viva Varsity, where the game comes alive in your language.
And welcome back to Varsity Sports Show coverage of this HJCAC matchup between the Hawks and the Sidewinders. Sidewinders up big 56-30 right now, and now driving once again up inside of the red zone of the Hawks. We'll see if Nieblus, the new quarterback of this drive, will be able to continue this Sidewinder success getting touchdowns. They haven't even had one field goal tonight, just touchdowns. They have, what is that, 8 touchdowns? Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Yeah, they've been able to keep good in contact so they don't have to use that field goal.
Yeah. And now Nieblus, a little bit of a mistake there. It looks like it's probably going to be a false start, and that it is. So that's going to back up the Sidewinders just a bit back to the it looks like it's going to be the 20-yard line. So now 3rd and 7. The Sidewinders looking to convert here. Nieblus still in at quarterback. It looks like he has Gray to his left. Nieblus in shotgun, going to take it, going to hand it to Gray, who bounces off the first tackler, and that is actually number 45. That is going to be Eric Rodriguez, who we've seen tonight, this time coming in, trying to make a run up the right side, and good defense by the Hawks, not allowing the first down, and that's a good stop. They've struggled to stop the Sidewinders so far this game on 3rd down. This time, able to, and they're going to bring out Singh for his first field goal attempt of the night. He's been very good on extra points. We'll see if he can knock in this semi-long kick here. It looks like it's going to be, it looks like they're set about the 28-yard line, so it's going to be about a 38-yard kick. We'll see if they can knock it in. Singh has had a good night. This would make it even better and put the Sidewinders up 59-30. The snap is good, and the kick is up, and it looks really good. And once again, Singh have himself a night. Hyped up. Good kick there on a semi-long kick.
Yeah, that is. Singh has been on one today. He's been very useful in this team tonight. He is a local here from Red Mountain, actually. This is his first year. Singh has been able to capitalize on who he is, either that being a field goal kick, as we just seen, or an extra point kick, or a punt return kick.
He's been good on everything.
He's been everywhere and able to make it.
Absolutely correct. Now, out to kick it is Gutierrez. They have been swapping in and out. They brought out Singh for the field goal, and now Gutierrez to kick it off to the Hawks, who are down 29 points. Things changed quickly. We'll see if they can maybe cut down on the deficit, but game is starting to get out of hand here. Only 13 minutes to go in this half. And now a little bit of an onside, and a flag comes in at the end, but this time recovered by the Hawks. That was number 6, Jared Williams, able to jump on top of the ball there on the onside. And we await the call here. And I am not quite sure. Oh, here we go.
They got offsides, kicking team.
Our
5
roster
yards
is
to the end of
still
the run.
unfinished because Jared Williams is number 1, not number 6 tonight.
And that is going to be an offsides on the kicking team, so that's going to help the Hawks out just a little bit, moving them up to the 47-yard line of the Sidewinders. Now, in at quarterback, I believe once again is Curry. I haven't seen the number, but yes, it looks like it is number 2. Yeah, it is Curry. In shotgun formation. Gonna take it, and it's actually not Curry, it's number 12, Pellegrino, who gets absolutely lit up on the throw. And lucky to get the ball out of his hands there. And that is going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Hawks at the Sidewinders 47-yard line. And now huddling up are the Hawks. It's been a rough night for the Hawks all around. Offense has been okay, but defense has really struggled. It's hard to win games when your defense gives up 59 points. Going to have to be better next week in the playoffs. But for now, Pellegrino in it, quarterback in the shotgun. Snap goes low, but able to recover it. Gives it to his running back, number 20, who we haven't seen tonight. Able to get up to the line to gain. That's Logan Nadarowski on the run. 6'2", 220 out of American Leadership in Arizona. Nice run there near the line to gain, but it looks like they're going to rule him just short. So now 3rd and inches here for the Hawks. And we'll see if they go back to the ground to try to pick up this last yard that they need.
Yeah, this is a big play right here. The Hawks really want to try to close this gap, but like you said, it's really hard to close gaps when your defense is giving up 59 points to the other team.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Now, once again, Pellegrino in the shotgun, going to give it to his running back. Once again, that's number 20. Nadarowski has nowhere to go, tackled in the backfield, and that is a tough situation there for the Hawks, who go from 3rd and very short to now 4th and still short, but around 3 to 4 yards. Looks like they're going to rule it 4 yards. So now Hawks have a little bit of yardage to work with to try to get this first down. We'll see if they can do so.
Yeah, they got Pellegrino in as quarterback, as we were saying earlier, and looks as if they're going for it.
That is absolutely correct. Pellegrino in at shotgun all by himself. Going to look to throw. Has a man who's short of the line to gain, but fights through a few tackles, and we'll see where they spot him right at the line. And they are going to give him a first down. So, wow, what a play there by number 26 of the Hawks. That's Juan Archuleta, who's made some good plays tonight, and this time able to keep fighting as a flag flies very, very, very late after the play near the Sidewinders, most likely going to be on the Sidewinders, and a player is unfortunately down for the Hawks. So a little bit of a break here. We'll see if what this penalty is.
Yeah, we have the Sidewinders on the left discussing what they're going to do here. Their defensive team thinking it out in this little break here that they have.
And a good sign. The lineman is up and moving on his own. Looks like he's going to be okay. Trying to walk it off currently. Doesn't want to leave the field, but I think if you're injured on a play, you at least have to come out for one snap. So we'll see if he goes off the field. Still just trying to get his... It looks like he might have gotten his wind knocked out. Looks like he's trying to catch his breath. But still no call on what this penalty is. Now maybe we'll get a call as the lineman slowly walks his way off the field. Good to see him on his own feet and on his own terms walking off the field. And now no explanation to what that flag was, but the the Hawks driving 1st and 10 at the 37 of the Sidewinders, looking to cut into the deficit, but it may be just a little too late. Pellegrino in the shotgun, going to look to throw up the left side. It was actually a pretty cool throw there by Pellegrino. It was where his receiver needed it, but receiver was not clued into the fact that the ball was coming on his back shoulder, and unable to come down with it was Antrell Harris, the target there. And now 2nd and 10 for the Hawks. We'll see what they come up with here. I'd like to see a run, shorten it up. You don't want to throw 4 plays in a row. So I'd like to see him take a run here. But the Sidewinders defense has been all over it. But they are going to run it to number 22, who bounces to the right side. Flags fly in. That's most likely going to be against the Hawks. That was De'Aaron Richardson on the carry there. And unfortunately, probably going to come back here.
If they take it, yeah.
And no call by the ref, but it is going to be, looks like they called maybe a hands to the face on the offense, so that's going to hurt the Hawks. Now, 2nd and 20. The Hawks are going to have to do a little bit of work to get back into this.
Yeah,
try to shorten it.
A lot of catching up to do with now 2nd and long, as you were saying.
Yeah, not an ideal situation. Was looking at a 2nd and 10, now 2nd and 20. We'll see. Most likely going to have to take it to the air here. We'll see who they go to. Angel Perez has been a go-to guy for them tonight on the right side, and a little bit of it looks like they're going to run a trips formation on that right side, and that is what they're going to run. And Pellegrino in the backfield, running back to his left, going to throw it. Looks to throw, looks deep downfield, and it's underthrown, and it's going to be picked, but actually it's going to be dropped by number 1, Quincy Ortega-Starks, the defensive back who happens to be from the school we are currently at right now, Independence High. He's going to wish he had that one back. That was the easiest interception. And good defense there by the receiver, able to knock the ball out of the hands of Starks, and that was number 9, Jaden Kalinowski, who he was targeting there. We've seen him come up with some big ones, but a little underthrown there by Pellegrino, and the lucky break. Ball falls incomplete. And now Hawks 3rd and 20, a very long one. Gonna have to throw here. It is 4-down territory, so you don't need all 20 right here, but you would like at least a few. Pellegrino going to look to throw up the right side. Has a man on the sideline. Betty, it's picked off this time. I believe that was Starks, who makes a miraculous catch. Now running up the left side, and I don't know if he's going to be stopped. Stopped at the at the 10-yard line. Great return. There we go. Starks gets his lick back. Nearly intercepted on that first one. That time throws it to Adam his way again, and Starks makes, maybe it might have been a one-handed catch. Pretty miraculous, especially after that drop on the play before. And the Independence High School football player, who now is playing at his old home, comes up with a big play. But a flag does come in, so we will see what this flag is for. But most likely the interception is going to stand due to where this flag was thrown.
Yeah, you see the Hawks coming in, knowing that defensive team, knowing what's going on. Still waiting for the judge's call here.
And here we go.
Hey, we got unsportsmanlike conduct. Their penalty is declined. They got a first down.
And that was an unsportsmanlike call against the Hawks, but that penalty is going to be declined. And now Howell takes back out onto the field, looking to ice the game if it wasn't already iced. Up big, 29-point lead against the Hawks, and now looking to get yet another touchdown on this drive, as they've been so successful all game.
Yeah, 59 points just wasn't enough. They needed to get to that 60 and above here.
And Howell, a little bit of trouble on the snap, but he finds a man, number 13, in the back of the end zone, who just unfortunately unable to catch it. That was Daryl Smith. I believe that was his first target of the night and nearly a big target for a touchdown. But ball pops out of his hands, and a little bit of a breath of fresh air, if you could say, for the Hawks. But down 29 with only 10 minutes. Really 11 minutes to go in this fourth. A pretty unlikely comeback would be needed. And pretty miraculous if it did happen. But Howell once again in at quarterback, in the shotgun. Looks like he has number 27 Trejos to his left. 2 wide receiver set on each side of the field. Gonna look up the left side. Wide receiver signaling to throw, but he throws it to a different receiver. And that is a good play there by Howell, able to keep poised and keep his eyes up the field and find his receiver. That was number 83, Christian Baptiste, who we haven't heard at all tonight, but this time comes up big with the touchdown, and I know he's happy. Howell has had a good night as well. And the Sidewinders now find themselves up 65-30, looking to put one more point on the board. And that's 9 touchdowns now for the Sidewinders. Pretty miraculous. I don't think I've ever seen a game with 9 touchdowns scored, even in like any sport, really. And now Rodriguez looking to get the extra point, and that he does. Oh, and actually a little wide right, it looks like, was the kicker there, Gutierrez. Unfortunately, unable to keep his perfect streak, but the Sidewinders find themselves up 35 points. So
I think missing this extra point is going to keep them okay. I think
so.
They'll be okay. I mean, go back to what you were saying. 9 touchdowns is unheard of in any football game, especially in these types of football games where the higher score maybe for the Sidewinders has been in the 30s, and we've doubled that here, and we're entering 65. And I mean, there's 10 minutes left, and I would be lying if I said that I don't think they would score again. I think the Sidewinders might find themselves keeping it going.
I could see that happening. And now fielded by number 5 of the Hawks, who has a pretty good run up to around the 45-yard line. That was number 5, Thomas Ortega, there on the return out of Vista Grande in Arizona. Now the Hawks retake possession and down 35. Most likely game is over pending the most miraculous miracle I've ever seen, 10 minutes to score 35 points. But not a bad time to get some reps in, try to get some players involved that haven't been involved. And it looks like, I think they're going to bring out a different quarterback, so I don't hate that. That's Kevin Nelson, who we haven't seen out at all tonight. We'll see what he has. 6'1", 185. Gonna take it, give it to his running back, who has nowhere to go. Good stop there by the Sidewinders. Not anywhere for number 20, Logan Nadarowski, to run, and that's going to be a loss of a yard there. So a little bit of a switch up at quarterback for the Hawks, and we'll see what Nelson has. And, yeah, he's out of Sunrise Mountain in Arizona. hometown Glendale. So this area that we are in currently tonight,
Not too far from home then.
no, literally. Now Nelson in the backfield with a running back to his left. I believe that's going to be Nadarowski, and it is. And he's going to fake it to him, take it himself, and he's using his legs. And he shows off his speed. Nice run there by Nelson, able to pick up a good chunk of yards there and set up a much more manageable second down. And roughly, it looks like it is third down. That's what I thought. For some reason, the board was a little incorrect. But, yeah, now a much more manageable 3rd and 5, roughly. 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. We'll see if the Hawks can keep this drive going with a first down. It's definitely 4-down territory. No reason not to. So 2 plays to pick up 4 yards shouldn't be too hard. And now Nelson in shotgun once again, running back to his left. We'll see if they let Nelson throw the ball here, but only need 4. I wouldn't be surprised if they run. And they are going to let him throw. Gets the ball out quick out of his hands to his receiver number 3. That's Eric Washington, who's had a nice night tonight. Unable to get any yards on the play, and now bringing up a 4th and 4 for the Hawks.
Even though they are 4th and 4 here, I appreciate the Hawks being they're down by 35, but they have not given up. No matter what quarterback is in, who they're throwing it to. Like, Perez has been on it no matter what. Like, yeah, they're down by 35, but Perez is still there, still open, and still ready to play.
Yeah, still making plays.
Yeah, same with Jared Christensen, and same with all quarterbacks that we have seen.
Absolutely correct. Now, Nelson, the new guy, in once. Oh, actually, they're going to change it to Curry, who has his pass swatted down. Great defensive play there by the Sidewinders. That was number 19. Brandon Johnson with a nice play there. The linebacker coming up around the edge and able to swat down Curry's throw there on 4th and 4. And now Sidewinders is going to get the ball back around at the 40-yard line. And we'll see, as you said, Abigail, I wouldn't be surprised if they maybe try to get another score on the board. And they've been so successful tonight, I don't think they're going to get stopped.
No, and there is 8 minutes left, which is plenty of time for them. I've seen them score in a lot less time than what they have right now. And they've been, with the quarterback switching, the quarterback swapping, they still capitalize on each play, even if it takes 1 or 2 downs.
And Neeblis, a little bit of trouble on the snap, able to get back on top of it. Low snap. Rolls down, and that's going to be a loss of yards there for the Sidewinders to start this drive. Back now to the 28-yard line. Loss of 12 on that play, setting up a 2nd and 22. So not a great start there for the Sidewinders, but we've seen them be very successful throughout the game on these long conversions, especially in the running game. We'll see if they go back to the ground here.
Yeah, these quarterbacks love to use their legs, but they also have a great arm on them too.
Yeah, Neeblis in the backfield once again with number 27, Trejos, to his left. They are going to give it to Trejos. They've been so successful at this tonight, and Trejos able to pick up a few yards there and get closer to the original line of scrimmage. Now setting up a 3rd and roughly 15, 16, somewhere around there. They're going to rule it 16, so 3rd and 16 here. We'll see if the Sidewinders can come up with a play to get 16 yards.
Yeah, this is a tough play because we haven't seen this from the Sidewinders at all today. With 3rd and long here, I mean, they've got the arm. We've got a newer quarterback in, giving the other quarterbacks a rest. They played one heck of a game here tonight.
Yeah, it's been quite a game for the Sidewinders. A lot of good takeaways. Everything's clicking, and there's going to be a timeout here by the Sidewinders. Want to talk it over here on this 3rd and 16, so we'll take a quick break, and we'll rejoin you very shortly as we wind down to the end of the 4th quarter. 6 minutes and 43 seconds left. Sidewinders up big, 65-30.
Hello everybody, my name is Antonio Gutierrez and I'll be interning with the Varsity Sports Show this upcoming fall semester with the broadcast team. I'm a current rising junior at the Arizona State University Walter Cronkite School of Journalism studying sports journalism. During my 3 years at the Cronkite School, I've been able to cover multiple sports with the Sun Devils, including volleyball, basketball, and baseball this last spring. During my time, I've learned valuable skills both in front and behind the camera, helping expand my passion for the love of sports. I'm very excited to work with my peers this upcoming fall to not only better myself, but help better themselves to become all-around good journalists.
And welcome back, the Sidewinders, who have been so successful tonight on offense. Now looking at a 3rd and 16, looking to extend the drive, already up 65-30. And Neblis is going to step up in the pocket, and he's pressured from behind. Lucky he was able to hold on to the ball there. That was nearly a strip, but sacked there by number 99 of the Hawks. That's Josh Dway, who makes a nice tackle there sacked for a loss. And now a player down on the field, unfortunately, for the Hawks. But Sidewinders finally get stopped on 3rd down, so that's huge for the Hawks. A little takeaway.
Yeah, that is huge for the Hawks. I mean, like I was just saying, it's like even though they are down by tremendously here by 35, they don't give up, and this stop here was very crucial for them to potentially get this ball back, as it is 4th and 19 on the Sidewinders. And we are seeing the Hawks player walk up on his own, which is amazing to see after an injury like this.
And now an unusual sight, at least for most football games. Singh, their kicker, is also going to be their punter, so he's coming out to punt the ball away. I believe this is their first punt of the night.
I think you're
Maybe
right.
their second, but I can't really think of any time they've got stopped besides
Just
I think
now,
fourth
fourth
and out.
quarter.
Yeah, I think they did turn it over on downs once, and it's going to be kicked by Singh, a little bit short, but it takes a super favorable bounce. It's going to roll all the way to the 30, and they're not even going to try to field that, or the Hawks. So the Sidewinder is going to down it at the 30-yard line, and the Hawks looking to put something together offensively here, and for their own sake, just try to cut the game down and make it look a little less ugly.
Yeah. The Hawks take their time when they have possession with the ball. There's currently 6 minutes left of the game, and if they play this smart, and they might use majority of these 6 minutes here if they're able to get a couple yards but then capitalize and get first downs here. They're able to run this clock and then hopefully stop the Sidewinders from getting the ball back again and scoring and continuing their score of 65.
Yeah, and now Curry out there once again, going to give it to his running back, who takes the right side, hurdles a man, and picks up a nice chunk of yards. And before he steps out of bounds, just after picking up the first down, that was a nice run there by number 16, Bryce Hawkins, who makes a nice play there, able to use his speed, get the outside edge, and pick up a first down for the Hawks. Good start there for the Hawks. They need momentum. They've seemed to struggle when they can't get good play going, so maybe that big play will give them a little bit of a rhythm and see if they can get the ball in the end zone for their own pride.
Yeah, smart to have it to Hawkins, as he is extremely fast when he has the ball in his hands.
And now Curry once again in shotgun, running back to his right, going to give it to him. And nowhere to go, but he actually somehow escapes two men that looked like they were going to tackle him and gets a few yards on the play. So good second effort there by the running back. That was Bryce Hawkins again, who fights for all the yards he can get on that play. And now 2nd and 7 for the Hawks. We'll see what they cook up here. Curry stays the quarterback after they had brought out a different look with Pellegrino beforehand. now going back to Curry once again. We'll see what he can do here. Running back to his left, trips on the left side. They are going to throw. He gets it out of his hands quick, finds his man. I believe that was number 5, Thomas Ortega, who doesn't have very much room to move. Picks up about a yard on the play, and now 3rd and 5 for the Hawks. We'll see what they can do with a 3rd down incoming.
Yeah, this is very crucial for the Hawks to get these 5 yards, and it seems not like a lot, but with the defense of the Sidewinders here, 5 yards is a lot, and it's really big if the offense of the Hawks are able to capitalize on that, get a new, fresh set of downs, run this clock a little bit more. They've already run it down to 3 minutes and 32 seconds here.
Yeah, the Sidewinders have been very good on defense tonight, and we'll see if they can continue their success. It's going to be a flag, so it might be a free play, maybe a hold, and Curry's just going to launch one out to number 9, Kalinowski, who he likes to look for. But unfortunately, no chance there for Kalinowski to come down with it. And now we'll wait to see what this penalty is. It may extend the drive here for the Hawks, and that would be very nice for them.
Yeah, Curry has a great arm here, but just not able to
Offsides on the defense.
connect it with
5-yard penalty.
his wide receivers and running backs.
For the Hawks.
And that is going to be an offside, so it was a free play. And it's been a great night for the man of the night for the Sidewinders, number 2, CJ Williams, having himself a night, a player of the game, X factor for the Sidewinders, who find themselves up 35 points. We'll see what the Hawks have after getting that first down there on that offsides, driving a little bit, but that Sidewinders defense has been strong.
Yeah, talking about that key player that we've seen tonight, CJ Williams for the Sidewinders. He's put up 2 of the 9 touchdowns here for the Sidewinders. Super big here, super big night for him. He has just been all over the field wherever he is needed, wide open too, which is very, very good entering the last couple games of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to get hot before the playoffs, and that looks like what the Sidewinders have done. Just a week before the playoffs, they look like they're firing on all cylinders. They may be a team to watch in the playoffs. And now, once again, Curry going to be in at quarterback, gives it to his running back, number 16, who bounces out to the left, eventually met by the Sidewinders, giving it to Bryce Hawkins there. And he picks up a few yards on the play, setting up a 2nd and 6.
Number 16, Bryce Perkins.
And they are going to take Hawkins out of the game. And in comes, it looks like I'm not sure who their running back is right now, but out Curry runs back into the huddle, gives the play. In at running back, number 22, Darian Richardson, who we haven't called too much tonight, but I don't think he's had too many snaps. I do think he had a good run earlier, and now Curry in the backfield looking to throw. He's going to have to step up. Pressure comes, looking for his man, number 3, and it's picked off. Great play by number 17 of the Sidewinders, Micah Scott, out of Sunrise Mountain in Peoria. Comes up with a nice little cut on that route, able to intercept it. Good defense there by the Sidewinders. And he's actually one of the captains for the Sidewinders, so proving why he's a captain, coming up with a big play there, and hurting any life that the Hawks had, any hope they had of maybe putting more points on the board. Only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the 4th. I would not be surprised if the Sidewinders go to the run heavy here, just try to wind the clock down and get off the field with a great win tonight, 65-30. Offense has looked great. Defense has looked good. 2 interceptions, one from Starks and then another now from Scott.
Yeah, I want to add that I was kind of spot on that the Hawks would try to run the clock as much as they can here in case of situations like this where they had to turn it over or it was intercepted by the Sidewinders. But this gives the Sidewinders just about 2 minutes. The 2-minute warning is about to go off to get a touchdown. I mean, they're up 35. They're just having fun here now for if you're a Sidewinder fan. But still, I mean, with the offense that we have seen from the Sidewinders, it is 2nd and 10, but they love to use their arm. They love to run, and there is a timeout here, so they're gonna talk it over both sides on what they're gonna do here in 2 minutes.
Yeah, and we're going to take a short break here at the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back very shortly. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, Vince here from the Varsity Sports Show. Nothing beats a hometown touchdown, on the field and on the table. Join us at Zips or Goldies, where families, friends, and teams come together for great food. They make everything fresh, like their hearty burgers or irresistible focaccias. The restaurants are family friendly with a huge menu and plenty of seating. Goldie's Sports Cafe is in Scottsdale at Via Linda and Mountain View Road, and Zips Sports Grill has 14 Valley locations. Come hungry, see you soon at Zips or Goldies.
And welcome back, everyone. Just 2 minutes to go in this game that the Sidewinders have scored 65 points, looking to add to that total, but also just looking to run the clock. Probably going to be a lot of running plays here, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to give it to the running back, number 34, who bounces up the middle, going to get up all the way up to the 50-yard line, keeps fighting, and gets all the way past the 45-yard line of the Hawks. That was Nico Hernandez on that run. Good run there by the 5'9" running back. And as a running back, being tall sometimes isn't an advantage, so the small guy using his height to his advantage, able to sneak through some holes and pick up a nice chunk of yards. Unfortunately, player comes down injured for the Hawks, so that's going to extend the game a little bit and stop the clock. But good run there for the Sidewinders, able to pick up the first down and allow them to keep chewing the clock and also put themselves closer to putting more points on the board.
Exactly what you said. They're now even closer. They are at the 45-yard line. That was a big run from the Sidewinders, and I think we've been spot on it that they, even though there was 2 minutes left of this game here on this beautiful Saturday night in Glendale, they're going to use all 2 minutes, and they're going to take advantage, run it like we've seen all game.
Yeah, 100%. Strategies here is just going to be run the clock as much as you can. First downs definitely help you keep the clock running. Now, minute and 39 left in the fourth. Niebles in at quarterback for the Sidewinders, running back to his left. Trip set to the right. We'll see if they keep the ball on the ground. You can only assume they will. Gonna motion a receiver to his left. Gonna fake it. Gonna give the ball out quickly on a screen pass to his receiver, number 83, who has caught a few balls tonight. That's Christian Baptiste. Seen him a little bit more in the end, towards the end of the game, and they're just trying to get a nice, easy completion and keep the clock running. And Baptiste able to stay inside of the stay on the field and not go out of bounds and keep the clock running. Now, minute and less to go as the time winds down. Sidewinders looking for a statement win here tonight, 65-30 against this tough Hawks team, but Sidewinders have made it look easy.
Oh, absolutely, and I think this is the last play potentially of the game, and I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Yeah, they're going to motion a man to the right, or to the left, sorry. They're going to give it to their running back, who finds a hole, and he's going to get a lot of yards on this play. Wow, still fighting all the way up to the 20-yard line. That was Gray, I believe, number 25. He's just so good. He's had a great night, and right there finds a hole, cuts up the middle, picks up a huge chunk of yards, and now, as you said, that might be the last play, but Big play there. It'd be kind of crazy if they might try to go one more. It looks like they're just going to let it wind. It would be pretty bad sportsmanship if they try to get another score in. That's exactly what they're going to do. The game ends with the Sidewinders up big. Statement win going into the playoffs. Sidewinders win 65-30. Abigail, it was a pleasure working with you tonight. It was a fun game. Unfortunately for the Hawks, not the best showing, but for the Sidewinders, a lot of good takeaways. And
they came to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
They executed practice perfectly, and we said last man standing, and they took that and they ran with it. They ran it with 65 points.
That they absolutely did. And now heading into the playoffs next week, Sidewinders looking good. I'm Adam Maggard, joined here with Abigail Hardy. It was a pleasure having you folks here tonight on the stream. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a nice night, everyone.
Goodbye.